It's the first draft.
It's the first draft.
I say that.
No. Sorry.
Okay, I
The
can say
space, and I felt the Hallmark movie moment.
Will, I need you to mute the stream.
Who is it?
The stream's playing on the desktop.
You took your house?
What am I doing? The stream is playing on the desktop, Will, but for all of the rest of you out there, this is the first draft.
Woo!
Obviously.
Yep.
What do I need to be doing? I'm sorry, I'm fucking up.
The stream that you've got up in the window is playing with volume right now.
Woo!
Is it closed?
I don't know. It seems like it. So,
Yay.
Yay!
We're doing
Oh my gosh.
we call it the first draft because we do it perfectly every single time.
Mhm.
It is the D&D show where we make it up as we go along.
Mhm.
I am Paul, your DM,
Mhm.
and I'm joined by these people.
Thanks.
These people.
It's me, one of those people.
But I thought tonight before we get going, we can do the thing that we haven't done in like a month or 2 months or however long, and go around and answer some questions in character.
I love it. I love it.
Now, we don't have any questions in chat, but if anybody has a question idea that they want to say, feel free. We do have a person in chat named Reserved Tip who's saying, "Hi, I want to offer promotion for your channel, viewers, followers."
No reserved tip. No questions.
So is there anything that any of you want to know more about the other characters?
What were you most embarrassed about as a kid or younger kid? Younger kid. Either that or what is like your first memory or something. You know how you have those child waking up memories?
I feel like the embarrassing one is funny.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not going.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
not fun.
Bryce?
I think the person who came up with the question should go first.
Oh.
What was the question? What was the question?
First memory. What's Rand's first memory?
First
Oh,
memory.
your
Yeah,
most
that's what
embarrassing
memory.
memory.
Most embarrassing. Okay, as a kid,
Moment from childhood. Oh, that's a good one.
I think. Okay, all right. So this is embarrassing to Rand now because Rand, was a child when this was happening, and now she understands that like it was inappropriate conduct as a child. So Rand loved Crackle, right? Crackle was her best friend, the campfire she grew up with in like her family's compound of a hidden place beside a mountain where no one could find anyone ever. Besides that, Crackle being her only friend, Rand was, in the woods alone. Like, it was normal to run around naked as a child. It's normal to do that anyway, but, like, sometimes Rand used to, like, put Crackle on because, like, Rand is part fire genasi and can control fire. And sometimes she would, like, wear Crackle, like, as pants, for lack of a better word. And this was before Rand learned consent, right? So now Rand kind of remembers that and gets like, I think Crackle just like was shaking their head as like a fire, and just like. It's like Rand
like
blushes.
One of those old dogs that just puts up with
just puts up with whatever. Like Rand blushes so red when she remembers that about her childhood. She would never tell a soul.
You're not the only one blushing red there.
And it was after that Crackle finally snapped.
And popped.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thanks for the layup.
Thanks. Yeah, no problem.
That was
Easy
pretty good.
2 points.
All right. Who's next?
That was a good one.
Roll 1d4. Sarah, you're next.
Ooh.
I'm next.
Seriously.
See, I wasn't thinking about mine. I was just staring into the camera like I was in the office.
Okay, Jim.
Jim and Hart.
It was not like Jim. It was kind of terrifying. terrifying.
I was scary. That's fun. Let's see. An embarrassing thing.
The other two of you better be thinking about this while she's going.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was just. Nah. Oh. Okay. So, one time, Saoirse, when she was maybe 10 or something like that, was foraging for mushrooms. Found the wrong kind, and might have decided that she was running away from home forever and was going to go live in the woods and become a mushroom herself. And that lasted about 3 hours before her parents came and got her and gave her some water and had her sit down and just chill out for a little bit and told her that she's not a mushroom.
You are not. Oh.
Yeah. So looking back, it's just like, can't believe I thought it was a mushroom.
What kind of mushroom?
Oh, she was. See, this is the actually cringy part, is that it was like DeviantArt artist's first OC, kind of like crazy, like cool mushroom with like neon colors and like superpowers and stuff. It's like, I make you get so high and also so colorful and glow in the dark and like also poisonous if I want to kill you, but like not all the time, just like a really stupid like Mary Sue mushroom, if you can believe it.
So you are not at all mellow.
Ooh.
All right, so
that was a good
Bryce.
one.
Oh.
You're up next.
I'm struggling so hard.
Yeah, I got
Shit's
it.
crust is a little bit too
I
thick for
think
me.
Ria's most embarrassing memory is probably not from when she was a kid, but shortly after that she escaped from like her father's tower and was like the transformation spell had is brand new. Ria's like relearning how to walk kind of like in her new body and is just like so not used to being like perceived as a girl or like as a woman, and then having to learn all of the things that like most like women would learn as they're like little girls, and like walking around with just like the most god awful makeup you've ever seen, or like being in a tavern and like not having voice training yet, and people being like hitting on her and she's just like yeah thanks bro. And then just like getting used to all that awkwardness. Rio's probably like, it's been like 18 years, and so like Rio's like very embarrassed but also quite fond of those memories of like wow, that was, I must have looked like the people who saw me back then probably still talk about me.
Happens.
Okay, so finally figured it out. All right, so for Bryce, this is rather earlier on, not like super early. It's like Bryce 13. I put him. This is probably like he's like 8 in this memory, and it was at the first couple years, like Port de Show, and there isn't like a great schooling system there. It's like first couple of years, it was his parents teaching him. But then finally his mom was like, I'm getting tired of this. You need to make some friends and get out of the house.
Like homeschooled kid going to public school.
Yes.
Okay.
And so it was like, okay, cool. And so forced Bryce into going to school, and Bryce didn't know what was going on. And like all Bryce remembers is like Loki crying in the bathroom and a teacher hearing him from outside and going, who's in there? And Bryce was so afraid that he didn't say his name. He just let out a little like, me. To which the teacher started berating him about how girls aren't supposed to be in the boys' bathroom.
No.
and every time Bryce tried to say something, he just kept sounding like a girl. And the teacher would only reinforce until the point that teacher opened the stall door to see poor weeping Bryce sitting there. I swear I'm a boy. That is major reason why Bryce changes his voice to sound more masculine around people.
Opposite, but same problem.
Yeah.
I love
was
how
not
half of this was
listening
like
to your issue at all.
Yeah,
it was
like,
so
half of this
deeply
was, like-
entrenched in my brain.
dumb kids in the woods,
Yeah.
gender.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, like Bryce and Rhea have never had a moment of being like we both are like have gone through or are going through voice training and like could talk about this, but there's just never been like every time that you admitted like you like change your voice and like talk about it openly, Rhea wasn't there.
That's right.
Rhea's just like picked up on this and just been like okay. And every time you hear like I use Rhea as like kind of a thing because sometimes my voice will just drop by accident or whatever, and so that's kind of like my like write-in being like, oh, that's why.
It was actually in
So-
character.
Yeah, exactly. It was planned.
Plot.
So anytime Rhea's voice, anytime I am go like that, that's Rhea actually doing it.
Yeah, totally.
I love it.
You're just so deeply entrenched in the
You are.
character.
I
like-
am living. I am so entrenched into this character that I transition.
That's real dedication.
I'm
Played D&D.
Yeah. I've been playing this for like 8 years. This character.
Impressive.
True.
Yeah.
Well done.
And oh wait, and NPC.
NPC.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
NPC.
I want to. Oh, no.
Kaladar. Kaladar's my favorite. I want to know everything. About
Okay,
him.
wait, but Martin's most embarrassing moment is probably.
Yeah, let's go.
Every time he has to say adjunct.
Can someone explain, like, I know what it means, but like, why does it exist? Is it like a substitute teacher, but professor wise? Please
like-
please help.
So an adjunct is somebody who does not usually work at the college but has relevant experience in the field and is able to essentially fill in and do an extra class for like the curriculum.
Yes.
Yeah, like a substitute. I had an adjunct creative writing professor back at UNCA, and it was very much I've written a couple books and I have some goats on a farm and yada yada. Here's some books you should read if you want to get good at writing. That was pretty much it.
Oh.
I don't have very high opinions of adjunct.
That
And
makes
clearly
sense.
neither does
to any
Paul.
of our listeners, not our adjunct professors.
No,
We respect you and your ballot.
The characters in this show bear no resemblance, intentional or otherwise, to the characters.
I think the goat thing kind of gave it away. I don't know. It's
Gave it away.
Asheville. A lot of people have goats.
a lot of people have goats.
A lot of
That's
people are goats in Asheville.
That was
Ooh,
good.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
That was you?
The shape-
I thought it was like a button on the soundboard. I was like, why do you have a goat sound on the board?
It's not on my. It's not on my list.
This is
I will let
riveting.
you
D&D.
transform into a goat.
Can I be a blink goat?
Absolutely, 100%. Instead of biting, you chomp. That's the only distinction.
Oh. What's the
I
difference
graze.
between a bite and a chomp, Paul?
Chomp is herbivore.
So, like, a bite is like, a chomp is like,
Right, yeah, of course.
it's very different.
Yeah.
And they're different moves in Pokemon.
it's an
Huh.
Yeah.
versus.
Is chomp a move?
Chomp's a move, right?
Yes.
Crunch is
Crunch.
a
I'm
move.
thinking
Crunch is a stronger version of bite.
That's true.
And I think it can cause flinching.
We'll act reverse.
Reverse?
Bite can cause flinching. In some games,
Oh.
crunch I think cause flinching, but
Okay, so
Anyway.
then they switched
Bringing-
it to lower
bringing it
D&D.
back around. We'll go real quick here, but Martin's most embarrassing moment from childhood,
Mhm.
going specifically childhood here, But it's been a theme kind of throughout his life. Is he is what's the right word? He's always wanted to be perceived as the person in the room that knows the most, to his detriment many times. And so, early on in school, he got dressed down in front of the entire class one time.
Oof.
Because he jumped the gun. The teacher hadn't even asked for an answer yet, and he jumped in trying to finish her sentence.
Oh no!
And got it wrong.
I'm that teacher.
Oh.
And she let him have it in front of the entire class, and then he did not speak for the entire rest of the year.
Oh,
not
man.
And did absolutely nothing wrong to his long-term.
Absolutely nothing.
No. He was totally fine after that.
I'm sure his trip into the sewers is also just probably he's gonna sleep that off.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh man.
on
Man's
that note,
Just
do you want to
like,
give us
dang.
our socials real
Oh
quick?
my gosh.
And announcements.
Announcements.
You got
I will announce our socials. Type in exclamation point socials in our chat to get a list of all of these things.
Wow.
Follow us on YouTube at youtube.com/secondwins. That's 2NDWINS, the number 2. Follow us on Twitter at secondwins. That's the number 2 NDWINS. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the same.
That's not the
Okay.
first time you've done that either. Which is great.
Follow us on TikTok.
I'm so sorry.
Did everyone forget to take their ADHD?
No, I actually remembered today.
Does anybody here need guidance real quick?
Yeah, anyone need fantasy Adderall? Guidance. Follow us on TikTok at Second Wins. That's SECONDWINS.
Sure is.
Follow us on Discord. The link is in the channel description. Or join our Discord is the more apt choice.
Join us.
Yeah, so like, subscribe, and tell your friends, because
Tell them.
the more people that watch, the better
Join.
for everyone. And also, we have
Join the
other streams. You can tune into our other streams. We have Yu-Gi-Oh! On Saturday nights. And we have Smash on Sundays.
Are you crying?
Are you actually?
Yeah. It's okay.
And
I cried today
one announcement
because
that
I
you forgot to
poked my
mention,
eye with a candy wrapper.
you are not going to be here next week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. That's right. I'm not going to be here next week.
Boo!
No, not Boo.
Yeah.
I'll be in Alaska.
Woo!
Yeah. Snowboarding.
State
And
bird is a
hopefully-
mosquito.
Hopefully, I won't get another concussion.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the goal.
Please don't.
Send pics and I'll put them up on the stream.
Yeah, we can do like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
sea photo like in your spot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's good.
Or a hospital photo if you get a
Whenever
professional
Ria's
photo.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Well,
Michelle's
Last time I got a concussion, I
Just left
kept
it off.
snowboarding.
Yes.
Yes.
I kept snowboarding.
With a
Yeah.
concussion?
Yeah, not that day. That day, I went and I just ate a bunch of pizza, and I got,
With a concussion?
How'd you get back?
and then
No,
no, I
Except for your-
had to snowboard down.
See,
there.
okay, that's all.
So like I had to snowboard for like 40 minutes to get down the mountain.
That's impressive.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was awful. It was a horrible experience. But I got my $200 back for that one day lift ticket.
Hey.
Nice.
Jackson
Okay.
Hole, overrated.
Okay.
Don't go to Jackson Hole.
Overrated.
It's overrated.
Overrated.
It's too crowded
Too crowded.
and skiers.
Unless
suck.
they want
Hey,
to
now.
sponsor us, in which case...
We love Jackson
Jackson
Hole.
Hole.
Sponsorship is wonderful.
Okay.
We love money.
Yes. You'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh.
After
are you ready to play some D&D?
Can we please?
I am
really
very
successful
excited.
introduction?
Yeah.
Paul,
yeah.
would you remind me? I remember the beginning of last episode. I don't remember the end.
Well, let's get into it then.
Yeah, what did we
Would
do?
you mind
No,
starting
it's
a
like-
recap?
Thank you for the segue. That was like
No, legitimately,
very-
I need some help.
yeah. So last week, the party started off in two separate groups. We had Saoirse and Martin, the aforementioned Martin. Saoirse was guiding Martin back to the surface out of the sewers after Martin had been rescued from mental captivity. He had been possessed by one of the quarry spirits and folded. Saoirse guided him back to the surface, introduced him to Kaladar, got him a bed for the night, and then caught up with the rest of the party, who was trying so very hard to enter a tower.
Yeah.
Just really hard to get up in that tower. And the funny thing is, like, eventually you did. And fought off some folded with the help of a giant crow, who was grateful for the help, but also made it certain in no unclear terms, you gotta go. But you avoided a fight with a very large, very mean crow. And then following that, it was starting to get late. The sun was set. You decided to sneak back out of the cathedral that you were in because you were exploring an abandoned cathedral, part of a larger temple structure dedicated to Baphomet, the Platinum Dragon. You snuck your way out, worked your way back to... Will, what are you looking at? Will is just like looking up some kind of...
The sauce that survived Italy's war on pasta. Well, what sauce was it?
We're gonna play some D&D.
I mean, let us know which sauce.
Now we know. Now we know what Will's doing back there. On the computer. He's looking at nudes.
The hidden Italian.
Noodles.
Noodles. You made your way. I'm bringing it back in. I'm bringing it back in. You made your way back to Kaladar's place, where you crashed for the night. And two things happened at that point. Rhea, you sat down and focused on your amulet of devotion that was currently tethered to Kalzarenad. And you had a little bit of a mind journey as you communicated with Kalzarenad. You beseeched Kalzarenad for some knowledge regarding your father, and Kalzarenad showed you an aerial view of the countryside and pinpointed a tower that was currently finishing construction between Iramar and Port Tishon, out in the hills in that area. Before you could ask for more information, or in response to you asking for more information, Kalzarenad left with a promise of more information to come, and more conversations to ensue. You woke up and you found that your scales had started to creep up higher along your neck and across your shoulders. Not all the way to your other shoulder, but they've progressed and are now harder to hide than they used to be. Rand, you had yourself a fun little dream. Much like the one you had previously, but a little bit different. This time, you were not inside your childhood home, but you were nearby in the countryside. You mentioned Crackle earlier. You were sitting in front of Crackle when an unnatural darkness descended. A stone monument, a stone obelisk, appeared on one of the mountaintops nearby and shone down this ghostly blue light on you. And a bunch of eyes started to appear and disappear in the darkness surrounding you. And you heard a voice, not the same voice that you had heard the first time, a different one. This one referenced to Shara, the quarry spirit that you know to be responsible for some of the folded that you've encountered. This one was different, and this one kind of expressed a bit of a coy sadness, accompanied with a menacing laugh, and asked why you had left, and wanted you to come back to the temple to see me. And then that's where we're at now. The party has woken up on the floor. Some of you on the floor, I imagine. Some of you on the couch at Kaladar's apartment. How is everybody?
Coffee?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Reese just bags. Didn't sleep very well.
Same.
We look at each other. We're just like, you too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let's get some coffee.
Yeah.
Let's get some coffee.
Right.
I have no idea what coffee actually is.
If you don't mind, I can cook some breakfast.
Yeah.
And then like if I really had to like, put a number to it, I'm pretty sure that if I like serve everyone breakfast, the next time that we like collect ourselves back, you can get more of your health. You get more health when you take a short rest.
Cool.
If you let me cook for you. Because I have the chef feat.
Huh?
Yes.
How neat.
I have proficiency with cooking tools.
Look at you go.
I know.
Woot.
Such rapid improvement.
I know. Just suddenly one day I just woke up.
You binged the Food Network channel.
Can I help?
Yes, of course. I need here. Just watch over this pan and stir it every once in a while.
Oh gosh.
And then Ria's just like professional chef.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She knows all of the 30-minute meals.
Mhm.
She knows all 40 hours of the...
She doesn't even have to roll for it anymore. She can just
Oh, that's
do it.
cool. That is
Can I
nice.
still roll for
Yeah, you
it?
can
though,
still
to
roll
see
for
if
it. We'll
it's
see how
or
good
not?
it tastes.
Yeah,
The effect will stay.
Can I add my proficiency?
Yes.
Sleight of hand?
Proficiency.
Does
and
my
yes,
help
we'll do that.
add advantage?
Sure.
On this meaningless roll.
Excuse
Good,
me.
because one of them was a nat one.
Hey.
15 plus proficiency. My proficiency bonus is +3, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah, and sleight of hand is +2, so that's a 20. Dirty
Yeah.
20.
Nice.
So what are you
Hey.
cooking? What are you cooking up?
I think I'm cooking up. Gosh. Oh, I can't think of the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm just gonna say omelets because I can't think of the name of this particular thing.
Omelets it
rice?
is.
Omelets. Everyone gets like wonderful omelets. I got like ranges of like spicy peppers, sweet peppers, ones that are like spicy and sweet.
So peppers.
Lots of peppers. I personally love peppers, but we got like garlic and
Oh,
onion
okay.
and like salt and pepper.
Do you want
And,
me
like,
to
all of
find
the
some
above.
dandelions?
No,
Oh,
it's okay. You know what? Yeah, actually, yes. I do want you to find some dandelions.
okay. Rand would like to go outside and search for dandelions.
Roll investigation.
Fantastic.
Or nature check. Either one.
In the
Fantastic.
city.
Yeah.
In the city.
Growing
as
out
you're
of a
all
crack
kind
in the
bustling
soil.
about, you're kind of hunting through cabinets to find the right cookware, and
Well.
you're laying out this kind of a la carte omelet station.
Mhm.
You realize that Kaladar and
Hmm.
oh my god, my brain is not working.
Martin.
Thank
Martin.
you.
Martin.
Kaladar and Martin are not around upstairs right now.
I got a 10.
A 10. I think you can find a couple. It's still early spring, so the ones that you
Mhm.
found are not like fully bloomed yet. But
Well, you don't want bloomed ones.
Yeah,
you want
you
the
want the
greens.
greens.
perfect, you got the greens. Then.
I got the greens.
I bring the greens.
I sprinkle them in, but if there's one that's like half bloomed, I'll like, stick it in my ear.
Oh, I'm gonna be like, okay, you
What?
didn't,
No,
you
what?
didn't
No.
wash.
What?
All right, it's
I
cool.
did wash
It's
them.
fine. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you also notice that not only are Kaladar and Martin not there, but Dormo and Smock are not there either. And on the ground where Dormo is sleeping is a scrap of paper with very, very bad handwriting on it. That it just says "new friends" on one side.
I turn over to read it.
Okay. Basically, the gist of it, from what you can make out, is that Dormo is very concerned about his shambling mountain friend. Had to go back down to see her. But more than that, he was concerned about walking around in the daylight, especially him and Smock together. So they've taken shelter back in sewers for now.
They were too powerful as NPCs to help us, and the GM had to send them back away.
That's so not true.
Of course
That's
not.
not true.
Nah, the paralyzing gaze that completely
That was
just
a
ruined the.
Wow. All right.
Oh
Okay.
well.
But it's just the four of you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say because only you.
I relay this information, guys. Dormo and Smock they went back to the sewers.
Oh.
I don't think that they didn't want to like be seen in the daylight.
That
Yeah.
tracks. Yeah.
But that's
You
where they
still
are.
got a bag of wasps, though.
Great.
Smart.
Great. Well, I'll put some coffee on, I suppose. I'll go down to the lab and see if Kaladar and Martin are getting along.
Okay.
I do that.
It's unlocked.
Yeah, I go down there.
Yeah, you go down, and you see the lab is as pristine and clean as it was when you first saw it yesterday. It is the opposite of that now. There's half-eaten food on tables.
Yeah.
There are beakers strewn about. There are
Uh-huh.
like half full, like little mixtures. And you see Kaladar and Martin just both passed out on the ground, fast asleep. And they're not quite cuddling, but
Oh,
like
I was gonna ask if they were
Yeah, they're
spooning.
their shoulders are like kind of just brushing up against one another, just
Aw,
like just barely touching.
I ship it.
Yeah.
But on
They're
the
good friends.
yes, they're very good friends with similar interests. Yeah, that happen to live together.
They were roommates.
But you see a table in the center of the room that has all of the complicated kind of titration set up, and the burners and all that. There is one large beaker full of this. It's like this dark red liquid, and it seems to be just gently swirling of its own volition. It seems like Kaladar was successful in whatever he was trying to do.
Cool. Well, you guys aren't down here, are you? It's
Nope.
just me. So, I want to investigate the liquid a little bit.
What are you looking for? What are you investigating?
How sparkly is it?
Okay. Yeah.
How
yes.
how bonkers magical does this thing look? Like,
Then roll an Arcana check.
Did he sprinkle glitter into it to make it look more magical?
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get you at the cheaper potion shops. They'll just like sprinkle a
Yeah.
little bit in there, like some
Mhm.
pop rocks or something like that. So when you drink it, it's like, oh, that's the magic working. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Or menthol.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, the tingling means it's working.
Just so you know, Bryce is very stressed about making sure he only stirs that pot once in a while.
That's 11.
11.
It's totally one of the things that moms
It's
do
beyond
when they're involving their kids
your
with cooking.
knowledge.
where,
All
like,
right.
It's
Minimal,
weird
just
and
kinda out of
sparkly
the
and
way.
swirly,
but
and
you
Mhm.
feel-
you kind of captivated by it the more you look at it, but you can't really,
Mm.
you don't really know much about it just from the look.
Okay. Saoirse is so sorely tempted to get a warm glass of water to put their hands in so they pee themselves, but then she doesn't because that would just be mean. She's like, well, the nah. And so she which one of them looks? Well, they both need their sleep. ask her. She gently shakes Kaladar awake. Or tries to, at least.
Hello?
Hey, sleepyhead? Did you have a good night's sleep?
Ooh,
Or however long you've been sleeping for?
right. Wow. Hello.
How are you feeling?
That was the best sleep I think I've ever had.
You're on a concrete floor.
Good lumbar support, though.
Well, yeah, it's good for your back.
Yeah.
And it's nice when you have friends nearby.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Kind of sits up real quick.
Does Jesus exist?
Fantasy Jesus.
Yeah. Small time deity, necromantic.
Yes. Literally can turn water. Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yes. Patron god of transmutation. What can I do for you?
Oh, I was just wondering how the experiment was going.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Did you put glitter in it?
It worked, I think.
Oh, amazing.
Best I can tell without drinking it.
Yeah, well, we don't want to do that.
You're the ones that wanted me to do it, so.
Yeah. But now the dream catcher is empty, right?
Sure is.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Incredible. So I guess now we have to figure out what to do with this.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm sure we'll figure that out
Felt
soon.
a little bit ominous to me.
Well, I mean, I feel like we discussed this before. It's not like we can just leave it sitting around for anybody to get to.
I mean, I'm here now.
That's true.
I mean, I suppose you can use it again, but are you planning on catching any more of these?
Oh, I meant the potion.
Oh, the potion.
Yeah, what do we do with the potion now?
I suppose you can drink it whenever. I would appreciate it being in a more controlled environment.
Yeah, probably, huh?
Yes. Maybe with all of you, like, I don't know, cuffed to the wall or something, just in case.
Fair.
We did do that to him.
He's
But
got a room for it.
you're welcome to have it, but I would recommend if you don't have time ready to drink it, that maybe you leave it here for me. For
Yeah,
safekeeping.
that sounds like a good plan. Yeah.
Yes. Where are the rest of?
They're having brekkie upstairs.
Oh, is there? Oh.
Oh,
smells
yeah.
so good.
Ria's cooking.
Huh.
You know, she didn't used to be very good at cooking, but
fancy
she's
it.
really gotten the hang of it.
It smells fantastic. Is that? Do I smell onions?
Probably.
Being
Lots of
sautéed
peppers. Also.
Smells like they're being stirred occasionally.
Every once in a while, I heard.
It's a tough needle to thread.
I've also put on some coffee. You'll probably want some of that. Should we wake Martin, or I think he should sleep a bit
Let him
more.
sleep.
He's only just come out of the spell.
Voices.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is Martin that one that sort of like?
he does the whole. Yeah, you look at him and you notice like a distinct like ring around his hairline, like he's used to wearing like a cap with a little ball on the end that will float down in front of his face at night. And just,
Oh.
No, it's probably best not to wake him.
I feel like I should get a pillow or something. Is there any?
Seems fine.
Okay, all right. Lumbar support.
Lumbar.
All right. Well, let's get some breakfast then.
Grub time.
I think while if there's a moment, I want to catch Bryce like alone, like when we're in the kitchen, and just be like, Bryce, I have been kind of sitting on. You're doing great,
Thanks,
sweetie. You're doing great.
Really, only once, every once in a while.
Yeah,
Really sure
yeah.
how long that
Look,
is.
look. Oh, look over there. I stirred a bunch.
What?
Yeah. So, there is something I kind of want to talk to you about.
Uh-huh.
When we were at Mallory's tavern, and we were kind of questioning her and talking about Aqua and all that stuff. I didn't have the energy to do it then, but I would like to go back and kind of revisit that with her because I believe she was holding something back.
Really?
I think she knows more about Aqua than she let on.
I mean, I kind of put it to the back of my mind for a bit the best I could with all that was going on, but it would be really good to kind of touch on that a little bit. I'd really appreciate that. Do you have a way of figuring it out?
Zone of Truth? Yeah. I can just keep casting Zone of Truth until it works.
Do I know what that means?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a spell I've used before. It's what it's what I used at Perennials.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I want to do that again, but for Mallory. So I will make sure to always save. If I kind of had to put an amount to the energy, probably it'd be like a number 2 on the kind of level system.
Okay.
I'll make sure to save
2 out of.
section.
Yeah, what's the scale?
I'm really new to this whole magic concept.
Yeah, don't
so...
worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'll make sure to save the space for that. And I've been sitting on this, and I didn't really know how to bring it up. And I needed to tell you.
Thank you for that. I'm not mad at you though for not having the energy, because I know what that feels like.
Yeah. Do you have the energy to stir because it's burning?
Oh gosh.
Rand was listening in the living room, and Rand's just gonna mumble I've got Rory's piece out, and I'm just kind of absentmindedly just rubbing glass for comfort, and then I hear Perennia, and then I'm Perennia. We need Perennia, don't we? We need Perennia.
I mean, she did seem really smart about this stuff.
Did you just?
Yeah. Perfect.
Are we in the room with you? Are we?
I'm assuming it's an open floor plan.
We turn and Rand is just staring at us from the other side of the
5
room.
feet away.
It's like she's trying to talk to you, but she's not doing the mental links. No, it's like there's a living room, and then there's 2 doors. One goes to the kitchen, and then one goes to the basement. And the kitchen is easily you're pretty close. It's a very small apartment, so you can clearly hear everybody from the living room and kitchen together.
What was that, Rand? When you use your outside voice, you have to speak up a little bit. I can't. What were you saying?
I feel like Kaladar's probably done with the potion he was making. And Perennia, I guess we need to go get her to help us do all that. And it's just looking down at Rory, looking very distraught.
Are you okay? You're acting kind of weird.
Bryce, have you ever stirred before?
Well, yes, I've been stirring once in a while.
The odds have been made already.
There's some wine over there. If you want to deglaze that pen, it's getting a little bit.
Yeah. Here,
The font, it's becoming not font. And just
Should it be this hard to move?
I got really good at cooking, but none of the other care.
Yeah,
parts
you're
of
still
it.
working on running the kitchen.
Yeah,
It's a whole different skill set.
100%.
Yeah.
It says chef, not
Right, just
master chef.
Yeah. Cook versus chef, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm solid line cook territory. Like Waffle House food. It's delicious, but do you really want it every day?
Yes.
No.
That's why you're 13 years old.
I think Rand's just
Thank you.
That wasn't the question. Everyone wants
Waffle
waffles.
House.
Yes.
nah. But Rand's just Remember that the eye vision I showed you guys?
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, it happened again last night. I'm pretty scared at whatever we're walking into.
Was it like the same dream?
It was a little bit different. The voice was different. And it was like... It said something like, Tashara told me about you. Like, it was different. Like, it wasn't Tashara. Even though we don't even know who Tashara is, but... I don't know. You know, the potion Kaladar's making, it seems like the only thing we can kind of do to figure stuff out, but you know, we don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
Friend, we're with you, regardless of what happens. You've got us. For better or for worse. And like considering how yesterday went, you know, for worse sometimes. But yeah, you've got us.
I know.
Everything we've done has been a big old guess at this point, so it's just the next guess.
I know. I don't want to get any of you guys hurt.
I mean,
I'm terrible rushing into things and leaving you all behind. And I'm sorry. That's all I know how to do. And it seems like it's better to keep you guys safe anyway. And then I don't know. I've been thinking about my mom and my dad and all this Tashara and Quarry and everything I don't know, and I don't know. I don't want to be like my dad. He used to just make rash decisions and didn't really care about what anybody else felt. And I just don't want to be like that. I just don't want to rush us into something that's going to get us all hurt.
Well, it sounds like you're already doing better than him, because if he never cared about what anyone else felt, you kind of just said a whole lot about caring about how we feel.
Yeah. The simple fact that you're thinking about this and wanting to be different shows that inherently you are. And Rand, we're here, we're helping you because we choose to. Right? That's what we want to do. You're not getting us hurt because it's our choice. We're here because we want to be here for you. You can lean on us. It's okay. We're choosing to do this.
Because you're helping us also, and we're leaning on you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cash in this check at some point. You're gonna help me with some, you know, yeah.
And I would have gotten eaten by a big old bird.
Yeah, I thought I might have gotten eaten by a big old bird too, Bryce. Whew, that was close.
And maybe you almost got eaten by a big bird, or like, I don't know. I just kind of like woke up and then there was like a melting skeleton, and then like a terrified guy that just got slurped up by the crow, and then big crow, and then you as a dog. I think it was definitely 100%.
Yeah. That was me.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sure you did something to help. I don't remember what happened, so thank you.
And that was all because of your big old rash decision making.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But what if it's just getting lucky?
Well, then we're pretty lucky.
None of you took that feat.
Wait, what? It's a feat?
Lucky.
Yeah.
Good
You
one,
can
too.
learn something.
Yeah, it's
every
really
day.
good.
None of
Reroll
us
dice.
took it.
Wow.
Yeah.
None of us.
I didn't. Wow. Okay.
But
Would you like to hear what Lucky does?
Nah. You can reroll once. I think so.
Oh.
if we're just lucky, then we're just lucky. And like, it is, you know, 100% 100%. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure you did something to help. I don't remember what happened, so thank you. And but
Mm-hmm.
we're just lucky, then we're just lucky. And like, it is, you know, 100% 100%. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 100%. 100%. Yeah. It's really good. we can either choose to ignore everything or do something about it. And I think we're all pretty firmly in the camp of doing something about it. And if that means that we just need to get lucky a couple more times, then let's make our own luck. I mean, every failure is a lesson learned and is a building block to success.
Yep, you're right.
You think the powerful people and the professionals and they all like have never failed before?
What's up?
Don't, you know what? Just don't worry about it. You know, just remember that failure happens. It's okay. And we're here because we want to be.
Thanks.
You can't take away our agency.
Yeah.
I mean, magic is crazy. I'm sure you could in some way. But, you know, you got us. You're stuck.
Thanks, guys.
Is the coffee done?
That's what's burned.
And I finished the Jello.
Oh no.
No, the omelets are already done. He's just stirring what was left in the pan.
Oh.
It has now congealed and hardened to where the spoon cannot stir it.
Easy to clean, right?
Oh, sure. It's cast iron. You just put a bunch of soap in it,
Yeah,
scrub
just
it
get
down.
some soap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be good.
Oh my.
They call it cast iron because you just toss it in the sink, cast it into the sink.
Yeah, you cast it into soap and water.
Yeah.
That's
The
what
hot
gives it
soapy
that,
water.
cilantro taste.
I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
Laughing God is about to slice that fucking NPC.
Oh no.
You're giving power to the DM when you swear.
Yeah, how does that work? When Will swears, what happens?
What do we do?
Do we all get a free die?
Mm.
I'm gonna say yes because I want one.
Yay.
All right.
Mm.
So
Fair trade if it kills that NPC.
you all sit down, have your omelets. It is surprisingly very, very, or unsurprisingly, given how.
I feel
How-
like this is like
yeah.
my solid third time.
I mean,
having-
yeah, but like
This is-
you all
This doesn't
watched
look like what I was
Rhea in the
staring.
kitchen. You were like that whole conversation you were having with Rand. You were doing that while prepping the food, like just like on
Yeah.
autopilot,
Mhm.
you know. So
every spare moment where you guys haven't been looking, I've been like going through. I'm pretty sure who was it that gave me that recipe book? Somebody gave me a
yes,
recipe. Yeah,
that was racking my brain.
I don't think
Porter.
racking his brain.
Porter.
Yeah, Porter gave me that recipe book. Every time you guys have been looking away, I've just been like reading the recipe book, and like scribbled notes on like
Mhm.
how to cook.
You look in the recipe book and it's like in print, but all over in the margins and all around are like, you know, some words are crossed out, some amounts are crossed out, like substitutions are made and like recommendations as well. It's like very well annotated.
By the Half-Blood Prince.
Love you.
That was what I was thinking when I was saying that.
Oh.
Princess is written after handwriting.
Half-Blood Prince. Dash-ness.
But you sit down for this breakfast, you eat it, you have your conversations, and what would you like to do now with the rest of your day?
So, if we had the chance, I think that cool blade from the little sword from the liaison is ready at the blacksmith.
Are we doing another shopping episode?
It's right. It's really close by. I think.
Is it
He
close
told
to
you
Peruvian?
for the sword. I
I
think there was another day still left. 'cause it
But then
was
we just
2
slept,
days.
didn't we?
Right. So that was one day yesterday, and then
Oh, was it 2
I
days?
think it was 2 days.
He said
That's
2
what he
days for. I
During
think
the
in-
investigation part, he said 2 days. Because I remember asking during the investigation because I had to give him another thing.
Right. So let me think about that. During the investigation, you
Takes
asked him to
one day
make
for
it.
each plus on the sword, right?
No. I would say you can go see if it's available. It's still early in the morning, so he may not be open yet. But
Okay.
it's like still kind of. It's not quite crack of dawn, but it's still pretty early in the morning.
Yeah, the armor's not ready.
No,
They said
no,
2 days.
Yeah, most of it was 2 days for the majority of it.
Okay.
Do you wanna do that?
Yours did have a 1 day head start, so the sword would be done today, but you don't know if that's going to be done.
Or do you want to
I mean,
go find food?
well, with the knowledge now that it is so early in the morning, I'll change my sense at some point today. We could stop by the blacksmith because I think my really cool sword will be ready. I want to try it out.
Okay.
I want to get this dream stuff over with.
Yeah, let's.
Can
I
we?
want.
The potion's done.
Wait, what?
Mhm.
that seems important.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, that's
Did-
why we're getting Brenia.
What? Isn't this the first we're hearing about it since they've come upstairs?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we had.
I kind of wanted coffee first, but I mean, it's so I guess.
I put a new pot.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You're lovely.
I got you.
Okay. Yeah, the potion's done.
Oh, does it work?
I don't know. It's very pretty.
Yeah, we should probably, because Perennia knows about that potion, right?
Yeah, because she was there when we talked about.
Yeah.
Kaladar, how many doses is the potion again?
Well, I'd say I thought it was going to be about 5, but it came out to about 4 instead. Convenient.
And do you have manacles in this place?
Do I look like the kind of person who would have manacles just lying around? Don't answer
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
They might be. Never mind.
They are. No. They're not fuzzy.
Wait, where's Martin?
I don't, unfortunately.
You don't have any rope.
We all have rope.
We have rope.
Are you
I am.
daft?
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. That was not random. But I could not resist.
Are you daft?
I just like gracious.
Box wine, are you daft?
So, Rand's gonna seriously. You don't have rope.
No, I don't believe I do. You can go and do you
I
not?
guess we have rope.
Yeah.
Are you good at knots?
No.
Do you think he's
Sorry.
That's
Do
a good.
You cannot not.
Wait.
Look at these hands. Do these look like not tying hands? And look at them, they're like smooth, like not a callus on these hands.
Have you ever
Pedal soft.
been
How do you
in the
moisturize?
woods?
I'll get to that in a second.
I
Okay.
didn't know hands could be that soft. So I reach forward and try to like touch them.
I think it's because I didn't do anything with them for like 6 months, something like that.
Anything with
You tried to kill us with those.
Well, sure. And I had blisters for days afterwards. I
Wait.
pulled a splinter out this large from my palm.
Why don't
palm? You don't notice that.
I've actually done that. It's awful.
Why don't we go get Dormo? Because he did that really cool like paralyzing thing.
Did
just
he
in
not
case.
leave a note?
He did.
Always leave a note.
I mean, I kind of miss him.
Yeah.
But
It sounds
it's
like he'd be
okay.
more comfortable over there, though.
That's fine.
I have some rope, and like we can get Brenia, and I mean, like honestly, I think Brenia might be a little bit.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
she got this.
Yeah.
You can whisper
Yeah.
when you say those things, you know. That,
Might,
This was me whispering.
that was not a whisper.
might be a little
Well,
bit.
yeah.
What?
Respect the hand whisper.
Wait, a little
Yeah,
bit.
Come on, DM. I want to talk normally into the microphone. This is my whisper. I'm saying,
Fine.
butt out.
Fine.
Well, and I guess we do. have
Kaladar
the
turns and
dream-
just like stares at the wall for a few minutes.
We do have the dream wand if things get out of hand.
Do we?
Yeah, it's empty now.
But
Yeah.
did we get it?
Yeah, Kaladar still has it. You
What?
still have it.
What?
don't
It's
you?
downstairs.
Kaladar.
Oh,
wait,
hello,
that
I
is-
wasn't.
Hi.
Do we? Can we have the dream stick back? We might be walking across more folded.
Oh,
Wait a second.
you get
I
right
want
into
the
it, don't
dream
you?
stick.
Okay.
I have a
alright.
plan.
We should have somebody standing by with the dreamstick as we have the potion in case something goes wrong. And then they can extract the dream back out of us.
That's a pretty
And
good
then
idea, actually.
Drop it into the jar.
Not what
One
I
of
was
you, I
thinking.
suppose. Yeah, you can have it back. It's fine.
Yay!
I suppose I already let you use it once. And next day, I get a surprise, so you're efficient.
I promise results.
We work fast.
Is there anything that I can help with? What are you planning to do? by
Drink
the
the
way?
potion.
Right now. You just
well,
woke
wait,
up.
we're gonna get Perennia.
We need perennia,
Okay.
and we need to drink the potion.
Well, the thing is, it only works if you drink it before you go to sleep. Are you planning
And
to go right back to sleep right now?
He's saying we should have a full day first, I suppose. Get things done, affairs in order.
Sure. I mean, if you're
Affairs
planning
in
to
order.
potentially die, you may want to do some.
Ow!
I mean,
I
I'm
see.
only
Whoa,
saying.
Buck-
no faith in us. That's
I mean, I like to be realistic
about
about our options. I am a
Nice to
man
hear
of
the
science.
confidence is there.
I mean,
I mean,
I'm sure
Did
you'll
you
be
wake
fine.
up on the wrong side of the
I
bed
didn't
or
sleep in
something?
the bed, thank you.
Oh, what is that?
I'm so
If we,
mean.
if any of us
He
die,
slept
as long as
very
it's not
well.
me,
I
fine,
hope
I
you
can take
slept
care of
just
it.
fine in my home that I allowed you into.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
nice.
That 4-poster bed in the big room, real nice.
Your
What?
your hearth is pretty nice.
Oh, thank you. But okay, what do you need from me, if anything? You can go downstairs, grab the wand. It's available for you if you want it.
I'm gonna do that.
All right,
A
you got it.
little like Bryce smoke cloud like, disappear in there.
Should we get Perennia, and then like if we need to be spending like a full day doing something, should we scout out? Talk. We could talk to Mallory.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We could scout out the rest of the cathedral, and then just like scout it out, get as much information as possible. Not like go into it, but like are there folded back on the outside of it?
I'll tell you right now, there's guards.
Yeah, but are they folded?
No,
Not a very good guard.
they're kind of sleepy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, weren't you gonna teach a music lesson?
Oh,
I think that's tomorrow.
Yeah, you've got another day before.
Mhm.
What would you
Okay.
like to do?
So, order. I will suggest that we do. We go to Perennia first because we can just stop by and be like, "Hey, by nighttime or like by sundown, make your way over to Kaladars."
Mm-hmm.
And then we do Mallory, and then scout the cathedral and just do like information gathering.
And liaison sword of blacksmith.
We'll go one. We'll just like hop over a street and pass it.
Where is the blacksmith in relation to all these
Complete
other
other
places?
side of the city right now. Yeah, you're in the Banner Bank right now. It is in the Broad Bank, and the far end of the Broad Bank near the airship docks.
But like big old river separates everything, right?
Yep.
Big
So
old river connects to.
It's a bit of a walk to get over there, so it's going to take some time if you want to go get it. But you're welcome to.
But big old river connects to Aqua's house, right?
Yes, there is an entrance into Aqua's house at the very bottom of the river. But the Three Sheets, as you recall, also has an entrance into Aqua's house.
I was just going to suggest like we still have Shimmy's clicker. We could easily get across the river with Shimmy rather than
Do we
know.
Do we want to pull Shimmy out
No.
into the public?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
sure.
Is Shimmy ready for his debut?
Is there not a bridge?
It's not a bridge. It's so far away.
Do we want our debut as a group to be, monstrous kraken in the middle of the
I could-
river, potentially terrorizing.
I could put on my
Yeah.
nice new aqua armor, and we could really sell that bit.
I mean, yeah.
But I see what
Yeah.
you
I'm like
mean.
covered in skull, wearing all black. I look a little villainous.
Okay,
Are
that's
there,
fine.
Like
Still, it was cool.
religious temples around.
Tons. Yeah.
I would love
It was a
the
religious
information
sector.
gathered
Okay.
from. Yes,
Okay. What are you looking to gather?
I want to know what they know about the cathedral, and I want to know what they think about anyone they've seen associated with them.
Okay.
Because people in cathedrals or churchy places gossip.
This is true.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So where are you going first then?
Whatever
Perennias.
looks like. Oh,
Oh, wait.
Perennia is close by. Yeah, she's in the
Mhm.
same kind of general area that you're in right now.
mm-mm.
You are in the district right next to the Golden Concourse, which is where all the temples and a lot of the religious facilities are. So that is nearby.
Cool. I guess I'll gather that info from Perennia.
So you're going out to see Perennia first? Okay. So you set out from Kaladar's place, and you hit the city streets. It is still morning, but what you notice when you walk into the streets, you had seen like the start of a lot of this construction taking place when you entered the city, but it is like in full swing now. There are stalls set up along the lines. They're not necessarily along the street sides. They're not necessarily manned right now, but you can see people have fully like set up like food stalls, little souvenir stalls, little craft stalls. They are like all over the place. There are streamers dotting across the street in preparation for the coming celebration. And then there is a town crier walking down the street right now, just shouting and saying, "Clear the streets! Clear the streets! The Emperor will be making his entrance into the city this time tomorrow. Clear the streets, please. If anyone is in the streets, they will be arrested.
Are we
Right now?
streets?
Like, we need to clear.
Clear
an
the streets
entire
in
day?
preparation for the parade tomorrow."
Wait, it's tomorrow? So can I cross the street to
You
get
can cross
to the
the
other
street
side?
now.
Wait, but what
But
about
make
like
sure the
later?
streets are clear later.
So later I can't cross.
Later,
the
you
street.
can cross the street if you ask politely and you look both ways.
So when exactly does this rule? This is a really important
All right.
rule. What?
Listen, I'm doing my job. I got a paper. They tell me what to say. I'm saying what's on the paper.
Gosh,
I don't have all the answers.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Parade's happening tomorrow. I don't know. Get out of the way is what they told me.
Oh, okay. Sorry. If I like 30 minutes from now.
No,
cross
I
this?
mean, like, you're fine right now. Just go wherever. But, like,
Okay.
tomorrow is the big day.
Okay.
The Emperor's coming back. I mean,
But-
it's gonna be a whole thing.
But
Be a whole
still
to do.
today.
Today, it's like a preparation for tomorrow. You know, I gotta like get it on people's minds, make them aware of it, set up the plot hook. You know that. Kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a really disruptive way though to let people know about it.
I mean, it's
Really
my
gets in the
job.
way of their
It's I'm a crier. What do you expect me to
I
do?
don't blame you at all.
Bryce,
What?
focus.
Oh,
Guidance. Medical Adderall.
And he keeps walking down.
He's walking here.
I just had a thought. If
Oh.
the Emperor's not here right now,
Oh, I don't
I'm gonna
understand.
message psychically to you. I'm not using the message spell. I don't know why I said that. I'm gonna psychically speak to you. Hey, hey.
Oh gosh. Hey. Oh.
So the Emperor's not here.
Yeah.
Isn't this the best time to get into the area?
Well, isn't the area where the Lustrous Brigade reside? Not the
The area is like the Imperial Palace. At the top of it is where Malaka's egg is.
Egg.
I mean, wouldn't most of his guard be with him?
Yeah. So isn't this the perfect time to go there?
I think so.
We're both just like grinning mysteriously.
Do Bryce and Rand just start laughing?
Ominously.
Yeah, not even a normal
I
laugh.
make eye contact with Saoirse. Just straight concern.
Just inside joke.
Inside.
Inside joke.
You make it to Perennia's house, and you knock on the door, and she opens it, and she gives you a look and says, "What can I? Hello.
Hey.
Oh, is the potion done?
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
It'll be done
got it.
tonight.
Oh, okay, all right.
Just make sure to be at Kaladar's tonight by
Okay.
sundown. We will
Tonight,
We will
sure.
need you there.
Yeah.
Bring rope and any manacles you have.
Oh. Oh.
Mhm.
Oh. Yes.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Sure. Yes.
Mhm.
I got you.
Mhm.
I got it. Okay. Sure. Is there anything else that you need from me?
Whatever you think we might need.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Sure. I'll bring some incense, some tea, something like that.
yeah.
Set the mood.
Mm-hmm.
I've been noticing like Saoirse's been a little quiet recently, so maybe, and I noticed she gets a little excited around you or something. I'm not entirely sure. Oh,
Huh.
so maybe you could set up some incense specifically near her, talk to her a little bit. I think she'd appreciate it.
I'm drawing Kirby.
I'm not facing up when you're drawing right now.
Okay.
I don't know anything
The
about
passive
Kirby.
interaction.
I thought that
do
was.
that.
I don't.
I thought it was with
Flag.
several women.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Speaking truth.
Wow.
you gotta have multiple fires
Options.
going, you know? You gotta
Sure. I'll see what I can do.
find your bonfire.
Yeah. Okay. So you came here to tell me that you're going to do something later? Is that-
And we'll
is
see
that
you
what-
tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
At
we wanted
Kaladar's.
to make
Cuddle
sure to
puddle.
give you ample time so that you have like
I
enough
appreciate
time to like think and make sure that like anything that you think that could maybe be potentially useful, bring it.
Well, there are a couple of things that I think would be useful, but I don't have them on hand. That you may
Well,
want to.
You have the day.
Oh, you want me? Oh, okay. I don't.
I think she was about to send us on an errand.
I
That's
don't
so-
exactly know where to get ivory this time, but that's one of the things I was going to recommend. Ivory
Okay.
and a horn.
Just any horn.
Not just any horn, no. More something rare, something usually draconic in power is a good option. Like a wyvern. It doesn't have to be like a dragon. Don't get me wrong, it could be like a wyvern, lesser dragon folk, something like that.
The implications of the ivory trade is rather fraught.
Oh, I don't get involved in the trade of it, I just kind of scavenge a little bit, take what I can get, whatever
You
pops
think-
up in the shops.
Kobolds might have it.
They have horns, I suppose. Are there kobolds around?
I mean, do you
Mhm.
need like?
Don't worry about it.
Do you need, a horn that's by itself or like attached to?
well, Yes, it'll be best if it's ground so I can make a powder out of it.
Oh.
Something for you to take before you go into your dream.
Are
It's,
horns
I-
like fingernails?
I prefer not to think about it.
I do actually want to make like some kind of check
Okay.
or a like history or nature or some sort of check
Could be in nature or an arcana check.
about
Ria's feeling real uncomfortable.
how kobold horns grow because I'm thinking
Oh.
yeah, I'm wondering if it's like so deer in the woods, they shed their horns
Yes.
every year.
Yeah.
And cat fingernails, they fall off in little sheaths. We found this out recently. Hunter, you've been saving them.
That's a normal thing to do.
I save the whiskers. I save whiskers. It's fine.
Together
But
we
I'm
make
wondering
all
if it's that sort of deal where they like regrow them every certain period, and if they might just have some kicking around.
I haven't thought about that. Roll me a. Add to it.
I was just
Also, you're like
real life
part
facts.
dragon. You're literally
Well,
like
No
I mean,
horns yet.
If it's like real life, then antlers are technically different from horns.
Oh,
because
you're
antlers
right.
Fall off.
You're
every year.
right.
Horns don't.
Let's roll a nature check and we'll find out what kind kobolds have.
Sorry, this is just real life.
Are
That's
kobold
really
horns
nice.
actually just antlers?
Or is it like
I love that.
is it a Hellboy
Kobold
situation
antlers.
where you have to like where you can grind it down and you're not like there's not like a cuticle inside. It's like a fingernail you can clip off and it's like
Continues to
I suppose
grow.
If you can find a friendly dragon that will let you file its horns down to make powder with, or something of that nature.
Okay.
I'm assuming the statue of Behemoth was a full just statue. So
Yeah, it was stone. Yeah.
that was
Anyway,
just
I'm gonna make my
was
nature
full.
check now.
Yeah.
Could have been doing it the
13 plus 4, 17.
So I'll leave it up to you. What do you think?
Oh man, don't let me make this decision about your
I
world.
kind of like kobolds having antlers because I like the idea. Of
It's just like such a departure, right? Like
yeah.
you could go talk to Flag so she's Captain
Ooh.
Sorry.
We're all more into Saoirse up than Saoirse.
Everyone ships Saoirse with somebody else.
Seriously, just walks in the back tent like,
Saoirse's
hey,
will.
you got any horns?
hey babe, you horny?
I wasn't gonna be the one to
It
say
was-
that.
That's a free die. Not for us.
But
Anyway,
the thought does occur to you. If they do indeed shed their horns like antlers,
would they keep them or do they throw them away?
I don't know, but maybe you could trade for some. You knew a kobold that was maybe looking for something in particular. Something that maybe they lost a lot of recently.
Maybe the bag of wasps.
Oh. Also true.
Maybe.
But yeah, also coffee.
I got you a bag of wasps.
Your wasps.
Hello,
Can I have
child.
some of your horn?
That actually sounds like a very kobold kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a bag of wasps for your shed horn. Okay, well, if we're gonna, are we gonna split up for this?
We have a
Don't look at
lot
me.
on our to-do
Seems like we have a
list.
lot to do.
Let's split the party.
Let's do it.
You know what?
Wow.
That works out every time.
Yeah, let's
What?
do it.
Bryce, you're with me.
The thing is, it does. Yeah.
Okay. Who's splitting? Who's going where?
What?
But we're going to blacksmith first. Is it now?
Yeah,
Morning.
we're just
gonna
going to
go
the
see
store.
Mallory.
We're gonna go see.
Oh, we do. I do want to go see Mallory.
Yeah, let's go see Mallory first. Then Bryce and I can go pick up
It's
the sword.
important. It's
I
to
don't-
find Aqua.
The way that you two were laughing earlier, Ria's suspicious.
Saoirse,
You're right.
it is a bit of a walk down to the sewers, and so she kind of wants to get a head start.
Okay.
She's gonna stop at a shop and get some coffee grounds
Okay.
and maybe a new teapot or something.
Sure. Yeah, it's easy to, especially here. There's plenty of like nice little tea and coffee shops.
Yeah. How much does something like that cost?
I'll say, you're getting. Are you getting grounds or are you getting whole bean?
Grounds. I don't know if she has a grinder.
How dark is the roast?
Like a semi-dark.
Okay. Yeah, like
Nothing
a-
flavored. Nothing fancy like a single origin or anything like that. Just
Okay.
a blend.
Yeah. Is it a kind that would give tasting notes on the bag?
It's the kind that always says it's robust and smooth,
Oh,
but no
yeah,
other
yeah.
like descriptors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bold, robust,
Yeah.
smooth.
I'd say that'll run you like a silver.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it's just the coffee or are you getting anything else?
What else was Flack missing?
Uh,
The coffee pot as well.
yeah,
or-
she didn't have like a pod or anything.
Okay.
French press.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
A Nespresso machine.
No.
In this universe?
Yeah, I'll get her like a master coffee.
Okay, Master Coffee, love it.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay,
A
so
Lord coffee.
that'll be like
Oh Lord.
yeah, that'll be like a goal to get the name brand Master Coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. I was
Okay,
about to
all
fight
right.
you on that because
Okay.
Mr. Coffee is actually like the cheapest kind of coffee pot you can get.
Yeah, but you
whatever.
gotta consider here, like having an actual like coffee maker like that's pretty upscale.
In Fantasy Town.
Yeah. What they call it, Master Coffee was top tier.
Mm.
It's not journeyman coffee.
Technically, French presses are the highest quality of coffee and the simplest.
I
way
know
to-
Amateur
some people who
coffee.
would fight you on that, but okay.
It depends on the type of coffee. It depends
Yeah.
on what
That's
you
very
want in your
true.
coffee. If you want body, do you want flavor? Do you...
All right, James Hoffman.
Jesus Christ. What was that?
Oh,
In your coffee?
That actually could read in a very dark way.
that's really not what I want.
Anyway, I get her a French press then.
Okay, it'll be another 2 silver.
Another 2 silver, so minus 3 silver.
Yeah.
3.
And
remove.
the shopkeeper that's selling you this cocktail. That's a very good choice.
Uh-huh.
Something like this brand that you have here is very full bodied, so you're gonna want something to couple that nicely. So French press is going to be perfect.
Thank you so much.
Don't worry about grind size here; it's not going to factor in too much. I don't think
Okay.
you need to worry about that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay. Bye.
Toodles.
She leaves. And
Okay.
goes starts her trip down to the sewers.
There's no way that shopkeep didn't like immediately turn around and start gossiping about you like instantly.
Yeah, you hear it's like a as you leave the store.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
The three of you, what are you doing? Sorry, Mike.
Mallory.
So yeah, so if we go to Mallory, and then after Mallory, I guess you two can continue to have your inside joke, and
Yay.
I'll do some.
Inside joke.
I've got some things I kind of want to. I don't know. See if I can gather information on. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
To Mallory.
To Mallory.
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 To
Mallory.
Mallory.
Let's hope it's not packed.
Yep.
Zone of Truth. If it's packed and people are drinking.
It's a bar.
In the bar.
It's an implicit zone of truth.
Well, yeah, but like, at least like if you're telling, your crush, I love you, you can blame it on the alcohol if it goes poorly.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What is the wild magic surge? I thought about that last time and I was like, I don't know if
Never
You
rolled
haven't
for it.
you haven't
never
cast
rolled.
anything yet, right?
Well, I thought you rolled Blades of Chaos. And that
So
was...
okay, so after I use the point,
Mhm.
the next spell that I cast,
Mhm.
that's when it happens?
Yep.
I may have,
I
but
don't think you
maybe
did.
not.
Because
I don't remember when I used it. I know
yeah,
I
we'll just
cast-
save the next time
Okay.
going forward. Because
Okay.
I if you did, I didn't catch it.
Nope.
So we'll
Okay.
next time.
Alright.
All right, so you head to the 3 sheets. You cross over the river, and it's the same on both sides. People are just setting up all over the place. You see when you get back to the broad bank and you're walking down the broad road, you see the sides of the buildings are just being painted in these large murals. Some of them are these big kind of branching, arcing, weaving aurora patterns. So you've got all these different colors, purples and blues and pinks, kind of playing across. And they go from building to building. Like they maintain like the continuity of it across buildings. It's really cool. But you make your way to the 3 sheets and you walk in. And it's not packed, but there's a decent amount of people here, more than you've seen before. Mallory's at the bar, chatting with a few customers, serving some drinks, giving people keys to their rooms, that kind of thing.
Before
also-
we go in, actually, I'm so sorry. You were setting the scene.
Oh yeah, you also notice there's the tables are mostly full that are off to the side in the fireplace. You do spy that familiar face sitting at one of the tables. A couple familiar faces actually. You spy Sloane, and you spy Bryce. In particular, you see Val. Sloane and Val are sitting at a table together, just chatting. Val is the goblin girl who also works at the Three Sheets.
Aww.
They don't seem to have noticed you yet, but they're just kind of deep in conversation. They've got some food on the table that they've kind of half eaten, but just chatting.
Do you have a disguise kit?
DM, is there like a section of the bar, maybe like off the far end where like nobody's really sitting, somewhere that's like a little bit more private?
Roll just a perception check to try and find a place, because it's not crowded, but it's like
Yeah, but I mean, like if there's like at least like 3 or 4 seats in between.
Yeah, we'll just roll perception. We'll see.
Yeah.
No, I just have the
16.
tools. But what would it be like to get a disguise kit? Is that a thing you can buy?
You can purchase one, but it's one of those things that like, it depends on if you want to buy it above board or below board, right? If you want to go above board, you would maybe want to go to the Banner Bank, and there is a big Bard College in town. Maybe they have some makeup disguise kits geared more towards performance and acting. Or if you want to go more below board, you'd have to seek out somebody to buy kind of black market, something like that. It's not just in like every general store or something like that. You'd have to go seek it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I were rolling to disguise myself, what would I be rolling for?
If you don't have a disguise kit, I guess you'd be rolling a performance check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Unless you have something on hand that's going to help out. Or something
Colorful
magical.
mud on the street
So I
outside.
think before they spot us, I want to like gather you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
when
actually-
I notice Val, I definitely and retreat into like a corner, like
Pulled by invisible
I-
strings.
Yeah.
And also, I do have something that I want to do before we cast Zone of Truth.
What'd you roll?
I dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, actually, right as you walk in, a group gets up from one of the tables, and it was kind of in the corner, about as far away as you can get from some of the other tables. So you could swoop in and grab that if you wanted to.
Yeah. But before, I think we have something.
Okay, so here's the thing. You guys weren't in the room, but the key drow that Mallory was talking to, that's like one of the keys, I saw it. I could turn into it. And I could see if I could get any information out of Mallory that way.
Did he talk? Did we hear him talking? That person?
You did not hear them talk.
Dang, that would be brilliant.
No, they just looked back at you and kind of picked you out visually, like a little kind of little wink. It's like,
That's right.
I see you, but they didn't do anything else.
Okay. Before we go to grab the seats that just opened, DM, I want to cast Augury. If that's okay. It takes 1 minute.
Okay.
And by casting Gem Inlaid Sticks, Rolling Dragon Bones, laying
sure,
out
sure.
Ornate cards, or employing some other divining tool, you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. The DM chooses from the following possible omens. Wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both good and bad results, and nothing that's especially good or bad.
Okay. So describe to me. I'll say, do you want to sit down at the table and then cast this while you're at the table, or where are you doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as we're not able to be seen.
I mean, you're seated in the place. I mean, but like it's kind of loud. Nobody's gonna really overhear you casting the spell. You don't think?
We'll just
I
kind
put
of
my
like
hood
put
up.
our backs. Yeah, we'll like put our backs to it.
also make sure my back is to Val.
Yeah, and I'll just like quickly. It
Yeah.
takes 1 minute to cast.
Right.
And I imagine Rhea, like almost certainly has like some tarot cards.
Yeah. So are you? Yeah. How does this look? Are you pulling cards from a deck? Like, what do you?
Yeah, full on. Rhea's like, shh, like shuffling like hands, really good. Like, yeah, and then
I love
it's
this
just, like,
game.
It's just like flips,
52 card pickup.
quickly, like flips a couple of cards to be like, okay, results on confronting Mallory. Yeah, we're just on like confronting Mallory about Aqua.
Okay.
So DM, I know I'm not in the room right now.
Yeah.
I thought the point of doing the whole kobold thing was to gain the trust of Mallory and essentially become a key.
So the kobold thing, yes, was
That's
to do
right,
that as a favor
investigation.
to Mallory into the key.
I was gonna
Yeah.
bring it up.
You have not returned back to talk to Mallory since
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
to do it.
That's what I thought this was going to be about, and not like extracting information
So-
from her. Necessarily.
Well, that's why I'm casting Aqua.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up.
Okay.
So,
But more.
because my tarot knowledge is awful, I'm going to just describe to you what the cards you pull are like. So the first one, and you can assign a card to it if you want to, because I don't know this off the top of my head. A card that represents deception, fraud, impatience. It comes up first
Reverse
as you consider.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Reverse Emperor.
Okay, there you go. As you consider the option of disguising yourself and trying to deceive Mallory, that would be a woe on that one.
Whoa. I love it.
The second one that you pull
That's a
relates to fortune, trust, and goodwill.
Ace
The
of-
sun? The star? The sun, probably.
Sun.
Yeah.
sun is a star.
So
Well, but the...
I know.
So as you pull that one, you're considering talking to Mallory about the job that you did.
Yeah.
Building trust with her and with the keys that way. That comes out as a wheel. And then the third card, what do you think of when you pull the third card? Is there a third option that you're considering?
Yeah, of like, of building that trust, like talking to Mallory,
Mhm.
asking about Aqua, and like why specifically, like I being like, I think you're holding something back.
Okay.
And then if she keeps being dodgy and doesn't, isn't like being like, oh, you're crazy, like gaslighting, of like casting zone of truth.
Okay. So you pull this card, corresponds to, how do I want to phrase this? Secrets, both good and bad. Exposing truth, but also potential harm. So it would be a wheel and woe.
Wheel of Fortune?
That's exactly what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Yeah. Wheel of Fortune or oh man.
I was almost
It's
thinking
just-
the Hermit a little bit.
Yeah.
But you know that the impression that you get is you could get what you want, but you may not necessarily like what you get. And so as you kind of contemplate those results and plan your next path, we're gonna go to a break.
I'm gonna take a nap.
We'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
can be a really bad issue.
Not even.
And like even if like you do an accent wall or something.
No! No!
What's
Yes,
wrong?
I've already turned it back on. We
No!
did it while you were eating.
It's
This
a
kind of
mukbang.
stream now.
It's a mukbang. Yeah, come on. Make loud chewing noises.
Mouth noises.
Mukbang. Love
I
it.
meant to say something. I realized
There's so much stuff.
something that was very cool. One.
So much stuff in that Oreo.
Are you sure? Okay.
Also, I noticed that when Savannah did her whisper, that was the moment she leaned in on the mic and she got quieter when she leaned in on the mic. That sounded amazing.
Way to go!
Hey.
Way to go!
Best compliment I've ever had.
Whispers, that all you do is get quieter, but lean in on the mics then. Because otherwise, I've now got it.
Sorry, Will, what do we have to do?
Okay.
No, I just...
all the rest of them is that I've got it balanced now. You guys can kind of sit back and talk. That's the beautiful thing about what Jacob figured out. But whenever you're doing your whispers, that's whenever those sounds repeat can fall off too much. So what you do is you just lean in on the mic during the whisper.
Hello.
Just really lean in.
Really lean in and then talk normally.
Cool.
Lean back.
Latest sound adjustment.
Welcome back!
Hi.
It's the first draft.
Yeah.
We love to talk tech. How about you?
This is our tech podcast.
Yes. Let's talk tech. Did you
Mine
guys
is tech tech?
see the...
We don't know
Are we doing
Oh.
tech bro stuff? Cryptocurrency.
Oh, yeah.
Blockchain.
Thursdays for the tech
Look,
bros.
this is why FTC is going to come back, okay?
Yeah.
It can come back
FTC?
from this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Elon is like a genius.
He's
He's
very.
underrated. Okay. He knew what he
That was
was
the thing,
doing.
right? FTC, the Bitcoin thing that just blew up. Not Bitcoin, but the altcoin
No.
thing. The trading platform. Bankman-Fried or whatever his name is.
I don't. I have a life. I don't follow cryptocurrency.
I live online, okay?
No,
I
I'm making fun of crypto bros, not you.
Oh,
I
that's
just
fine. I'm
have
not
an
crypto,
egg.
bro. I just know too many things about too many things. Anyway,
Fantasy world.
FTS, not FTC, not the Federal
Hello.
Hello, internet's kind of fantasy world.
It really
Oh,
is.
so we were about to find out. We were about to get some info.
You're about to find out to get some info.
I'm
Go.
Hey. So
Did the card
these
magic
cards-
look like anything? By the way, just wondering.
Did it
Oh, does
Does
sparkle?
card magic
Yeah,
look like
what did it
anything?
look like?
Did
as
it
you
shadow?
shuffled and pulled these cards?
Did it?
I'd say it didn't like clearly I was like performing some sort of like ritual, but rather than it being like mostly like visual, you kind of more along the lines of like get like a feeling when I pull the cards. So like obviously like when I'm like tracing my hand in the air, I'm like shuffling the cards. There's always just like this like faint black like after image almost. And whenever like I pull a card, whatever like feeling that would come with the card, you kind of like almost start to feel that like in your gut. And so it's more of like a visceral reaction rather than like visual. And so like when I pull a card for woe, it's like you can feel the anxiety and like panic start to build, and then when I pull like wheel, it's like
Bryce is suffering.
like a release of it. And then when I pull the last card, it's like that like almost that little bit of anxiety with knowing the finality of a situation, like knowing what you got to do, the right path, and it's like the bulk of the anxiety is over, but there's still, it's just that like I know what I'm going to do, now I just got to do it.
I'm sorry. Whenever you said "whoa," I just pictured a card that you pulled with like there's a horse going like, okay. And there's a person going like, whoa. That's
You
what was on the
exactly see
card.
that. You exactly see that. That is.
Whoa!
Ah! Yay. Okay, that's all.
I'm like,
That's all I want to know.
We are the horse in that picture, and the situation is the whoa. Okay, no.
Oh, that's
But
great.
yeah, so I'm like, we should definitely not bring up this stuff about Aqua just yet.
What?
Not that.
But why?
I mean, we need to talk to her about like, finishing that mission with the kobolds and stuff, which is like, like the keys, whatever. Totally not something that I forgot about.
I forgot about it.
There's a lot of things we've forgotten about.
We've forgotten about a lot. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It makes my job easier.
Yeah, so we should definitely talk to Mallory, kind of wrap all of that up, and then just kind of, I think, just build goodwill, and not confront or talk or anything. Let's just, let's be as honest as possible. Let's not be shady. We'll hold our questions for when the time is appropriate, and that time is not now.
Well, isn't being dishonest? Wouldn't that be not telling her that we know she's lying, that she knows more, and we know that she knows more?
Being dishonest is. We would still be dishonest if we bring it up at the wrong time and we don't afford her the benefit of the doubt. Confrontation in of itself sets an expectation of somebody is in the wrong, and jumping to conclusions is dishonest. Yes, we should build that trust and talk to her when the time is right.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, there she is.
Yeah, we like turn around and Mallory's just like,
Talk to me about what? No, she's still up.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll like we'll do like the really polite client, or I guess, table thing where we just kind of like every once in a while glance, because I imagine she'll like come to tables, right?
Yeah.
So we just
you
like
see her
glance
occasionally going to the table.
and just being like, just waiting patiently.
Yeah. So as you kind of talk and wait and kind of do the little like, I hope somebody's gonna.
I love that look. I love seeing that look.
She's walking by one time and she's just like, and she finishes up with one table, goes back to the bar, and then comes over. And she pulls up a chair and sits down with you. Says, well, first off, I want to say thanks. Got the news yesterday.
You're welcome.
Spontaneously one night, a bunch of daggers show up in a certain blacksmith. A bunch of, a little less than went missing, explosives showed up in a certain explosive
Accidents
shop.
happen. Yeah.
Bryce flashes back to one of those explosives being in his bag right now.
Yeah, you took like a big old handful of them, right?
Like a little
I took
goes
might
over
be
your
more
bag.
than one. It's all the quick explosives.
There's just a quick little shift of the bag away.
But she looks at you and she says, "Quick work. That was good. That was good."
If there's ever anything involving kobolds or anything that like arises again, please come to us.
Sure.
We'll be able to get that solved appropriately and quickly.
Sure. Well, next time you book a room and you don't intend to come back for a while, just remember, never forget your key. And she kind of sets a set of keys down on the table in front of you.
I pick up one.
Yeah.
It's just a small little brass key.
There's multiple of them or
Nondescript.
just one?
There's multiple. There's enough
Okay.
for all of you. By the way, you did book a bunch of rooms for multiple nights, so you may want to check on those at some point.
Oh, I
Okay.
run up to my
Yeah.
room.
Okay. And you, right
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Oh, well, we should go one at a time. Maybe. Yeah.
You're already
not
gone,
rush.
right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
So you make it up to your room and you swing the door open and you see just a small, well, not maybe that small, but a pouch sitting on the bed. And
I'm not gonna lie. In my heart and in Rand's heart, seeing a pouch, she gets a little sad. She was hoping there would be like a kitten or a puppy, but
Live
thing. but then she's like,
You haven't
pouch.
opened the pouch
Yeah,
yet.
that's very true. That's very true. Okay, so I'm gonna open the pouch.
yeah, it's not a kitten or a puppy, but
Yeah.
as you open it and you see the number of gold coins in here, you realize maybe probably buy a puppy and a kitten with this. As you pull out about 150 gold pieces.
Good gravy. All right.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I guess, yeah. As I imagine, we're like one at a time going up to the rooms.
Is Mallory still at the table?
Yeah, she's still sitting there.
Like,
And you watch as she kind of like looks over at Val, just kind of like nods at her, and Val nods back and starts to kind of take Mallory's place and start to bust some of the tables and seat customers and all that jazz.
would you like a reading?
Oh wow! I can't say it's. I guess I can say it's been a while since the last time I've had one. Sure, by all means, go for it.
I'll as splashy as possible. I mean, I'm not going to use a spell for this. It'll just be, I guess, a reading. What should I roll?
Yeah, roll a performance check. That suits. Or you could
Yeah.
roll. I would say, or you could roll just a straight wisdom check, whichever one you feel is more appropriate.
Ooh,
Adding
Let's
your proficiency
see.
bonus too.
performance. I think I gotta go wisdom. I think it would be more intuitive for Rhea.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, okay. 12 plus 7, 19.
What does your reading look like? What are you trying to? Or I guess, are you trying to set an intention, or are you asking her to?
No, I'm just asking her to. I'm just doing like a friendly kind of reading, fully committing to that, building trust, becoming friends, of just like trying to be more familiar and
So-
less shady.
I'll say
Pulls the tower.
Yeah. with a 19, if that's the route you're trying to go, like if you're actually trying to, steer the reading a certain way, or like not necessarily steer it, but like put an intention into it that is favorable, and so with a 19 you can do that. So how are you going about it? How do you read the cards that you're?
Definitely, the first card, the devil card, like choices made. Like 2 options at a crossroads, and then the next card. Oh gosh, I don't know, a card for like friendships forged and like bonding.
I was thinking like the Hierophant for like guidance or help in a situation.
Okay, yeah, the
Okay.
Hierophant.
Hmm.
And then probably like the last one, I would say the moon. The moon of like that, like freedom, creativity. Yeah.
So what do you think that's telling me? Seems awfully suggestive, if you ask me.
Oh, tell me more.
Why does it feel like that?
I think you have a room to go to real quick.
So I have come down.
Bryce,
You remember where your room is?
I think.
Val, come show him to his room.
Bryce is actually going to.
No?
Bryce is gonna be real quiet in this moment, and Bryson's okay, and just real quietly head up to room.
Okay. You're not gonna wait for Val. You're just going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
I would
Sorry.
like.
Never mind, Val.
I'd like to stop by the fire before returning to the table.
Sure. Absolutely. You are free to do so.
I'm just gonna sit down, kind of lean back on the hearth, and look over the fire, and be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Pretty good.
Do you remember me?
Yeah. Well, you're the only one that talks to me.
Mm.
I don't remember what voice I did originally for this fire.
Yeah.
This is the voice now.
Who says fires can't change their voices?
That's a good point.
This is an episode about changing voices, I guess.
I just had a nice oaky log, so feeling like this suits me right now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good.
How are you?
You know, a lot's happened since the last time I saw you. Yeah, I was curious. And have you heard anything interesting since I've been gone?
Since you've been gone.
Is there anything in particular that you're interested in? I've heard quite a bit. A lot of people are really good friends with other people after they've had a few drinks.
That is very true. I've definitely seen that to be the case. But I guess more specifically, have you heard anything about Aqua or Hickory or even like the Emperor or the Lustrous Brigade or the Keys?
Or city battles. Or fantasy.
I've heard the name Aqua before, but I don't think, not since I was lit, has this Aqua come here. Probably for the best if they bring water everywhere. If they're associated with it, I don't think I want any part of that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm not exactly sure I want to be associated.
No,
with this
Hickory,
guy.
that's a nice sounding name.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've heard him come in a couple times, but he doesn't usually come over by the fire. He usually sits at the bar. I guess goes into the back sometimes, but
Oh. And into the back, like through that door, and I'm gonna point towards like the door that we came out of from the entrance to the lair to Aqua's house.
Two great of eyes.
You do have a grate, though. I'm sorry. You said too great of eyes.
I know. Yes.
They seem pretty great to me.
But that's about all this fire seems to know, unfortunately. So we'll go back to Rhea real quick, and then we're going to cut over to Saoirse just a minute. But Rhea first.
Yeah. I think Rhea is definitely is falling a little bit more into her like deceptive nature, and is like suddenly like, oh, I need to gain Mallory's trust, like,
So I
you know,
can
throwing a
manipulate
little,
her.
yeah, like throwing a little bit of, you know, flirtation in there, and like being like, you know, just trying to be like friendly, and in a way that probably isn't going to sit right with Rhea.
Okay. So what does that look like? You know, Mallory is just kind of sitting across from you at this point. She says, "So why? I know we maybe butted heads a little bit, but why didn't you come back to claim your pay, or at least give an update? You know."
Well, I mean, we had a lot to do, and I think because we kind of butted heads last time, and it was just kind of off to a wrong start, and you know, like, absence makes the heart grow fonder, you know, so you should be real happy with us now. But I mean, truthfully, we've had a lot. We've been through. Oh gosh.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful that you did what you did. I'm glad you came back too, because you are still paying for that room. By the way, that is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're glad we came back too.
I'm just kidding. Nobody pays for rooms here. We've been over this.
I'm gonna like help and like
Yeah.
and like you know.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I mean, what if I want? I want to help.
Like right now, you don't have to help right now. You just enjoy. Have you had breakfast yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made the best breakfast ever.
Interesting.
You should let me cook sometime. It was fantastic.
I mean, if you're offering, well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, your room and board's paid for at this point. But if you ever just feel like it, you're welcome to.
I'd love to help out a friend.
Okay. If you're looking for other ways to help out, maybe there's some other stuff that has come up recently.
Yeah.
That we might be interested in, that we could use a hand here and there, you know.
Yeah, what's up, Mallory?
Well, I mean, it's awfully loud out here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe you could show me some of your cooking abilities.
Absolutely.
In the kitchen.
I'd love to. I'm just kind of, I don't have hair to twirl, but fully, you know, facing, doing all of the. Rhea has a very romantic mind about this of like, my feet must face Mallory. You know, like every time that like Mallory like leans her head in a certain way, Rhea just kind of copies it a little bit. Has very much so
just
watched other people flirt, and is like doing her best to recreate it.
Roll an insight check for me.
Oh gosh, I actually have a really good insight. Yeah, +7. Ooh.
You need every
13.
point of it.
13.
Yeah.
So this was just to gauge how well you're reading her reaction.
Mm-hmm.
As you say, you're kind of trying to be a little flirtatious, but you also realize that you're having a hard time reading her a little bit. If she's saying some stuff that could be interpreted maybe as flirty, but like you have a hard time deciphering if it was intended to be that way. That's all.
Okay. Rhea will just continue doing what she's doing.
Okay.
Of using only like communicating this only through body language.
Sure. So she looks at you and she says, "Back in the kitchen then."
Absolutely.
Val will make sure that nobody takes your table if you want to come back out later. So, but come on. And you go into the kitchen, and we're going to cut over to Saoirse. You are down in the sewers at this point.
Yay.
Back in the Kobold Village.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going? You going straight for Flax?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back into, first you go to Flock's tent. Flock's tent, yes. But you also notice that where Flax Tent had burned down, you see a few kobolds currently setting up a new tent. And it looks like it's very roughshod, like it's been taken from pieces of other tents and kind of stitched together. Like some of these tents have very continuous pieces of fabric.
Barely been a day.
But this one is like very patchwork in make. But as you walk up to Flock's tent, you see one of the kobolds helping set this up is Flack herself. And she looks at you and she says, "Oh,
Hey,
hi.
getting
How are
the house pitched again, huh?
Yeah, I've always thought about moving my tent somewhere, but I don't know. It feels good to be back in the same spot. I'll be the one that chooses when I move it."
There you go. Yeah.
I didn't expect to see you back. Smock came back with a weird looking thing last night, and
Oh, you must be. Oh, okay. Yeah.
he said his name was like Dormo or something.
Yeah.
He didn't say much. He just kind of like waved and stood.
He's
back a little bit.
He's a sweet soul. You'll get used to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you back for?
Oh well. And I get out the coffee and the coffee maker and or the French press, I suppose. The French press makes coffee. It is a coffee maker. Bit of a housewarming gift, I suppose.
Oh, wow.
Replace the old ones.
For me?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Well,
I've got a cool piece of metal that I found the other. Do you want? What do you want?
it's a bit of an awkward ask, actually. See, an acquaintance of the group's is in need of draconic horn for a powder or spell or tincture or some sort.
When you
like
say
that.
draconic horn, she stands up a little straighter, like. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just remembered this about kobold physiology. How your horns shed, correct?
Wow. You sure know a lot about kobolds.
Well, I mean, well, so I don't. But see, I don't know the I suppose customs as it relates to whether you dispose of these or if you keep. I'm asking for one of your horns. Really.
Her eyes go wide.
That ended perfectly. One of your own. So many stutters. I'm asking.
Okay. Wow.
Please don't tell me I've like asked her hand in marriage in like kobold's culture. Do they exchange their horns?
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh my god!
With advantage.
All right. And you know I already have like +7.
She just like kind of
persuasion.
starts like twisting one of her hairs like Ria was doing a second ago, just like.
The dice roll.
Oh, on there? I was just gonna roll it in.
I mean, if you wanted to assault figurines, it's fine.
Yeah, I love assault.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, they can take it. They've taken
the
a
best part.
It's an 8 + 6.
with advantage.
Whose legs did you
Advantage.
Some of them don't have
really
legs
don't
to
know.
take out anymore.
I think it was a kobold.
Oh
Wow, you really don't.
17 + 6.
my god.
23.
Wow. She's like, sure. Yeah.
I don't know the cultural ramifications of what I've just asked, but
Oh no! It's usually like a. She leans in close, just like sign of affection.
Oh.
but you gave me the.
Oh, come on.
We've already made that joke. You can't do it again.
Yeah.
I just did.
No. It's
I didn't realize that. I'm sorry.
I mean,
if I've
no,
offended in any way.
you brought coffee. I mean, it's fair. Trade's a trade. It's only fair.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
She just like runs off back to Smock's tent, and you hear like loud rummaging, like a chest being opened and slammed shut. And she comes back out with a horn that's like wrapped in like gold wire, and there's little kind of shapes periodically, just kind of like twisted along the wire that's wrapping the horn. And she just is like, here.
It's. Oh.
I put a hole on this end so like you could make it like a necklace out of it.
Oh.
So,
I don't. Oh.
I mean,
Because.
it's okay if you. I mean, is it too much?
No. It's. I would hate to damage this in any way.
Oh no! It's. She kind of stands up straight again. It's like, yeah, it's a powerful draconic horn. It'll be fine. If anything, it'll make you stronger, right?
You should tell her what it's for. I'm sorry.
I told her at the beginning of this that it was for like a tincture thing that my friend.
Oh, did you tell her
I
that?
did.
Oh, okay.
I did. Like during all the stammering and stuff.
Oh.
It maybe
She
didn't.
Okay.
I mean, do you have to use all of it?
No. I'm sure not all of it will be used.
Okay.
But
all right.
are you sure it's okay to have this?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've just been saving it. I don't know what for. It's just been. No, it's okay. It's the giving of it that means something.
I'm gonna cry. Stop it. That's me, like a person, not the character.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why did you do that? Why did you do this?
You asked me to.
No, Paul.
Paul.
I wasn't the one who
storyteller.
came up with this situation. I mean, I technically wasn't prompted it, but
Kobolds had horns or antlers.
this could have gone so many different ways.
It could have. It could have been like I don't have one offhand because it's a childish thing to keep your antlers or whatever and put them under your pillow like the freaking tooth fairy or something like that. But no, it's like.
Episode 25. It's the wedding episode.
It's a quick turnaround.
The horn.
See your tape.
The horn.
Okay, I take the horn.
Yes.
What do I do in return for this?
You already gave me the gift. That's you, and you saved. You were the one that saved my life, too. I if anything, I owe you.
I have a bag of wasps I need to return. But it was nice meeting up with you again.
I have that was.
Okay.
See you around.
Maybe. I'll be back around. Okay.
Maybe sometime you could have some of the coffee.
Yeah. I've never actually used one of those coffee makers before. The French press.
A what press?
I know, right? It must be some sort of like
Huh.
foreign land or something like that. I'd never heard of it, but yeah, I'd love to try it sometime.
Sure. You know where to find me.
Yeah, and good luck with the tent rebuilding.
Oh, thanks.
It's coming along really well.
Yeah. Everyone gave.
It's a lot faster than
Everyone
I
gave
thought
a
it.
scrap. It's
That's so lovely.
Yeah.
Community here is
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, okay.
I'm gonna go give Smock her wasps back.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I go try to find Smock. Power walking.
Peak gay panic.
Just like beads of sweat just like pouring from your forehead.
Why did I bring up the wasps?
I power walk to Smock and give her wasps back. I say thanks for letting me borrow these, but they didn't end up being needed during that whole thing. So
Okay.
all right,
Thanks.
I put them to good use.
Oh, okay.
I know you will.
She stuffs them back in her bag.
Heck yeah! Heck yeah!
Terry growls.
Yeah, you hear just like
That was a really good sound. All right.
Anything else you want to do down here?
Sufficiently mortified, Saoirse leaves.
Power walking.
Dorma was not there.
He's probably deeper petting his thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you assume that he's gone back to see Lily.
Yeah.
The shrubbery.
So you head back up top side.
Mm-hmm.
Are you headed back to the 3 sheets? Where are you going?
Yeah, I guess so.
So we'll say that we'll get to when you walk in, but we'll come to Rhea.
The entire time walking there, I'm just trying to compose myself.
Yeah.
What?
Bryce, what do you... We cut back to you. You've gone upstairs. You find a similar pouch on the Or did you go?
So
Where'd you go?
when Rand mentally speaks, is it her voice we're hearing, or is it just we're hearing words that she is picking which words that we hear? Which is it?
Wait, what?
Like, are you asking, like, do you visualize the word and it's just like the word, or is it like a voice in your head?
Is
I'd
it
say it's a voice.
And is it like
I'd say
your
it's-
active voice, or
You're
is
allowed
it
to do
like
that however you want?
Yeah.
okay?
I don't know why I would project a different voice in your head.
No, I
think
was
like
just
knowing Rand.
wondering because
Just very
also
Yeah.
also this is a question of, do you really need to know the words in order to say them? Because that's part of the reasoning of, do you need to know the complete word, or is it just your voice coming through?
What?
I don't know if I
What?
understand the...
As in, if someone told you, like, said, repeat this in someone else's head in a different language, would you be able to do that? A language you don't know.
I think they have to understand the language that you're speaking,
That's
Could I?
if I recall.
the other person
but
would.
let me check.
You wouldn't.
I think.
That's what I.
Wouldn't it be a performance roll to see if I could replicate the sounds correctly?
Yeah,
And that's-
absolutely.
And
Yeah,
that's
for
why
sure.
I'm asking if it is like your voice speaking,
Yeah.
or if it's like you're selecting words and then
It's my
that's
voice.
what's
Yeah,
playing.
my interpretation of it, and I'll double check, was that you are like, it's like you're speaking.
Mhm.
You have to know the language, and the person whose head it goes into has to understand it. But let me double check that, because I know there's some like sending. I think as long as they can understand language at all, I think they can just get the intent of it. I think that's the way that is, but let me double check.
Because this would be to someone who would understand it. The only person who wouldn't understand it in this exchange is
Me.
Rand.
It's
Are
a
you-
fun game of telephone.
Yes.
Where you might be saying.
That is actually that's a good way of phrasing it. This
Yeah.
is essentially telephone, but
Oh.
with a language that one of the people does not know.
I can see no negative repercussions for this.
This is sending, you said?
It's not sending. This is like the Kalishtar ability, right?
Yeah, I can telepathically speak to anyone I can see within a 10-foot radius.
Because Mallory is half orc, or half orc, right?
Yeah, Mallory is a orc.
So you want
Is
me
a
to
orc.
repeat orc?
Why am I not?
All right.
Potentially.
Okay.
There's a reason why I'm asking all of this before setting forth a plan of action. Like,
The
wanna make
D&D
sure
Beyond
it's-
website is crapping out on me, so if you can get to your character sheet, let me know, so we can check this. But if you want to look that up, then we can go to Rhea.
I want to
that's okay.
say that was something that like isn't gonna be a hard and fast. Like it's not gonna have rules because it was one of the things that like in building a co-race, homebrewing co-race,
Yeah.
I took from the cache. Maybe I can just look at
What is that?
Well,
power
I think
called?
it comes. I'm trying to look it up.
Because I got
I've asked a very
and sending
sophisticated
does
question.
not have that requirement. It just requires
They just
Mind
have-
link.
Yeah.
Mind.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the sending does. They don't have to require. They don't have to understand the language. It's just like an intention that's communicated. But it does have a word limit, which is fun, right?
It's actually
That's message has.
10 times my level, so technically I can do it up to 50 feet now.
Hey.
Oh!
I don't need to share a language with the creature
Oh,
for it
you
to
don't.
understand your telepathic utterances, but the
Okay.
creature must be able to understand at least one language. So I can do
So
it.
okay, so it was what I was. The opposite of what I was thinking. Yeah.
Also, she
I-
can speak common as well as Orcish.
I do not want this message to be in common.
You don't want me to understand it?
Yes. Well, also, not
Oh.
entirely you, but I want it
It's
to
about
purely
Val.
me and
Ah.
it's purely me and Mallory.
Why don't
Okay.
you just find a reason to, talk with her alone? I mean, you can involve me.
Maybe
But Rand
speaking
is
a language that
suspicious.
only the two of us can speak is a way to communicate with her in a busy environment. But just continue. I'd also
Yeah,
like
that's
to
right.
hear what
Yeah,
Rhea
that's
does.
Okay.
I got the
Yeah.
table with her.
All right, so you follow Mallory into the kitchen. And Mallory kind of turns to you and says, "So, something's gonna happen soon. I think you eavesdropped, or one of your friends eavesdropped on a little bit of it, right? The night that, or the day, I guess, whenever
Yeah.
that was, you snuck in here. I kicked all this off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought a dead liaison into my kitchen.
It was a stressful time for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The water under the bridge now. And she kind of pats the stove that had the secret like space in it that she stowed the body of the liaison in. But she looks at you and she says, it's funny. The Emperor's not in town right now. And neither are the Lustrous Brigade. Emperor's coming back tomorrow. All eyes are going to be on the Banner Bank as he goes through town. All of his personnel is going to be in the Banner Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be a lot of eyes over here in the Broad Bank.
Okay.
And we've got word that there's something of interest being stored near the docks here on this side of town. Something of not just interest to us, but interest to the Emperor himself. Now, all of the keys from different parts of the city have volunteered, agreed to help out in a little bit of a, what you might call a heist, right?
Okay.
And create some distractions around the city. Nothing big, nothing to attract attention away from the parade, but just enough to lure any guards that may be around out of their posts. Maybe clear out some of the dock space, I don't know. Maybe something happens to that spot that's storing this item of interest.
Yeah. I mean,
Who could say? Anything could happen.
things happen all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, we have a team that's going to do this mission to pick up this item, but it sure would be nice to have some of my own people keeping an eye on things, making sure nothing goes wrong,
Yeah.
per se.
Absolutely.
Now, keep in mind, you wouldn't be, I say you, I don't know why I'm saying you, could be anybody doing this, anybody associated with me.
Yeah. Any person.
Anybody willing
Yep.
to. But I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting a little bit older, a little bit less trusting recently, but I want to have some eyes on this process. You wouldn't be the ones doing the operation necessarily, but you would be keeping an eye on the ones that are, making sure everything goes off without a hitch, and then keeping me informed after the fact.
Yeah, naturally. You know, I even have some super awesome spells that are like, you know, really helpful when trying to make sure that like nothing goes wrong.
Perfect. I mean, so if, for instance, I asked you to do such a thing,
I am sure a close friend of yours like me would absolutely say yes.
wonderful. Wonderful. That's all. I just wanted to have a little chat about that.
Of course.
Fun things happening. I'll give you some more details in a little bit.
All right.
Okay. You want to head back out? Enjoy the atmosphere? Have a conversation about more lighthearted things.
I have a room to get to.
Sure thing. See you around.
See?
So do we see both of them leave out of that back door?
She waits 30 seconds after you leave, but then you see Mallory go out too.
Okay.
And she like comes out like in full like, you know, bartender mode. Just kind of like comes out like instantly. Is just like all right, so you need a drink. Okay, you're here for how long? Okay, we can get you sorted out. She's kind of tending to all the people at the front counter right now.
Rhea immediately goes up to the room.
I'll follow Rhea. I'm gonna follow Rhea up to the room.
Are you trying to be stealthy about this?
No,
Or are you
well,
just going up with.
maybe stealthy enough to not like, just in case Mallory was watching, because I'm gonna be really skeptical of Mallory, right? I don't know. Bryce is feeling a certain kind of way about things right now, and just Mallory's a little point of contention for him.
Okay.
So stealthy enough that he doesn't want to be like really obvious, like bolting after Rhea, but
Okay.
like as casual of a way to do it as possible.
Sure. Roll stealth check. And I'd say right about now, Saoirse.
Nat 20.
Walking. Oh. Yeah. For what's the total? But yeah, right about now, Saoirse, you'd be walking.
24.
In 3 sheets. 24. Nice. So you're pretty confident that Mallory hasn't noticed you going upstairs, and you're pretty sure that just about nobody in this building has.
I want to slide in silently. Because are you closing the door behind you?
Yeah. I'm stepping in and I'll just kind of like, not even looking behind me, just kind of swing the door shut.
If I could, with my 24, do like a cool
little. You're going into the room?
Yes,
Okay.
into the room.
Yeah. We'll say you go to close it, and then it takes a second longer to close than you think, but like closes all the same.
Yeah, my mind is elsewhere.
Yeah.
So what'd you talk about?
I'm like halfway through casting the spell. Oh my gosh. Well, whew. I think I have a job.
She asked you to do something else?
Yeah, I think I'm getting an in. It's definitely one of those like, sorry. It's definitely one of those like, if this were to happen, like, just things happen, bad luck, kind of on the down low. If somebody was doing this, then perhaps they might get that.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I'm really starting to gain some trust.
I don't like the idea of leaving here without learning more about my dad. I think doing more for her when we know she's lying. I don't know. I don't trust people that aren't honest with you and continue to ask more from you. Doesn't usually set up a good image.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And I was about to do something really sneaky. But I wanted to just check with you just to see, like, I didn't want to ruin your plans or anything.
No, you're not. Like, I wanted to do some sort of like confrontation, super dramatic. I have been thinking about this for days, and I, just doing that card reading, it told me something that I can't ignore. Right?
Was it a full woe on that card?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a mixed bag on that card.
It was a mixed bag on
the secrets.
on being like secretive and like pressing, and like if she doesn't give up ground, then like going into shadier tactics like casting Zone of Truth.
Yeah, the one with it was just like going straight for it, like brunt. That was the woe, but like being more diplomatic and getting the answers was mixed bag, because you could get the answers, but you may or may not actually like them. Was kind of the feeling you got from that. So yeah.
I think that's right. The cards told me something. I'm trying to not ignore it, and yeah, I'm trying to be diplomatic, I guess.
Then can we make one of the conditions, because I will help you do this job, if she will tell us about Aqua.
Okay.
All right.
We'll be honest with her. I'm waiting on more details about this thing. So, we can like wait until the right time, and then just be like, hey, look, we know you're holding something back about this, and like, you're letting us in, and so we'll let you in, and yeah, we'll make it like very diplomatic, very mutual, to get what we want.
I think we should do it right now. And I would like your guidance to do it.
Okay. This is about
I have a plan.
This is your family. I will follow your lead. Guidance.
Okay.
Are you still hanging out?
I'm going to go ahead and leave. I don't know if you want to open your pouch, your goodies.
Oh, yeah. Look in there. How much gold was it?
150.
Okay.
All of you got 150. And Saoirse, as you walk into the three sheets, Mallory, you walk up to the bar, Mallory says like, there she is.
I'm guessing the others have already reported.
I just wave from the fireplace.
Oh, hi. Yeah, that tracks. You'd be there.
Yeah, somebody left a gift for you in your room.
Oh, lovely of
Right.
whoever that was.
Yeah. Actually, and Bryce, so you've gone to your room at this point? Or no?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to be at the top of the stairs looking to see, are there any orcs in the bar?
Any orcs?
Yeah, any orcs. And if they are, precisely where they are in this bar.
Let me do...
Where them orcs at?
Okay. So, there are orcs.
Mm-hmm. Roll for orcs.
There's 4 orcs. There's forks.
Okay, there's forks.
Forks!
Are
Including
these
Mallory,
forks all in... Is that including Mallory and Sloan?
Sloan is not an orc.
Oh.
Sloan is human.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I thought I spoke orcish to her.
No, that was to...
The other bartender,
barkeep.
at the.
Oh, I was
at
thinking
the
that
other
was...
end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
mixed
First
totally am
name.
blanking on her name because I have not thought about her.
I
in,
have it
like,
written down.
months.
Deborah?
But,
I think it was
Yeah,
Deb.
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 yeah. Are the
Good
fol-
memory.
are then the Thorks that aren't Mallory, are they in different locations? Are they concentrated at one table?
We'll
Locations of
say
these
2 of them are at
dorks.
one table, kind of near a wall, and then one of them is just walked in at the bar and is getting a drink, talking to Mallory.
Okay. Then, in that case, we're going to go with that original plan of mine. I'm going to walk up to Rand.
Hey, buddy. What's up? I'm literally petting the fire. I want you to know.
That I'm not phased. I don't even like pay it any mind. What's his name?
What's your name?
I'm pretty sure we gave him a name early
Did we?
on. I think so, but I didn't write it down. I need to start doing that.
Keeping track of every fire's name.
I know. It's like normal NPCs,
It's
but
like the
worse.
Korok seeds and legends.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't actually remember doing that, so it's up to you.
Okay. This will be.
Aw.
That's a good one. I was gonna go with.
Just think of something that like someone would have like said in passing about the fire that the fire would have heard.
Okay, this is Toasty.
Aww.
No.
His name is Toasty.
Toasty, don't repeat anything I'm about to say to anyone ever.
Uh,
I know he won't. I won't hear a response back, but I just
There's like a pop of burning wood after you say it. Just like a.
I'll take that
this
as
little
a
ember that just.
I'll take that as a yes. All right.
okay.
I need you
Hmm.
to do your weird mind speaky thing to Mallory, but I need you to say exactly what I say to you.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to say in Orcish to her
Okay.
to repeat to Mallory.
So
Me-
wait.
yeah.
So you just want me to regurgitate sounds to Mallory with no context at all of the fact that she's about to hear a voice in her head.
Yes.
Okay.
You can disguise your voice a little bit if you want. I do it all the time.
I've never sounded like a booming dragon before. DM, can I do that?
Sure, why not?
Okay, cool. Cool. All right, let's give this a try.
So in Orcish, well, should I say the English of what it
Yeah,
means?
tell me
Okay.
what you're gonna say, and then tell me what it sounds like in Orcish.
Great. Oh no. All right. So I want to say, meet me in your secret back office. We need to talk.
Okay.
It sounds like
Mhm.
hook fucking slock. Shit fur.
You sounded like you were speaking in reverse.
Well,
did
it
a
sounded
little
like
bit.
reverse
Yeah.
German.
That was what I was going for. That
All right, so what do you want me to roll?
We're gonna roll a performance check.
Okay.
Oh, come on, guys. Who changed it?
You gotta repeat those words exactly.
Yep.
So
There's one in there where the word means office and one means toilet. And they sound
You better
very
be
similar.
real careful on that
They're
one.
almost homophones. It's the declension that you got to get right.
Mhm.
So
I offer a help action by if there's any point she stumbles. What was that word? I could repeat it.
No,
Okay.
No.
I figured I'd try.
okay.
because she's speaking this in her mind too. So
Let's look again.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that after. I was like, oh, this isn't going to do much for me in this moment.
Okay, so I got a 12. So I imagine. Imagine
at the
it's
table or are you
probably a little unintelligible.
yeah,
A
yeah, it's like
12.
it's not like the worst. I mean,
Okay.
there it wasn't a lot of words either. It's not perfect, but like back office kind of got through a little bit. Meet
Okay.
me. You know,
Okay.
the essence of it got through. But you watch Mallory just kind of look around.
I'm discreetly looking. I'm not being obvious, but just
Totally not being obvious.
totally not. Just whatever that looks like.
You do a
Um,
performance check, you get disadvantage.
My performance checks all
So she just kind of scans the room. And then slowly, you watch her just kind of put a hand to her side and then goes into the kitchen.
All right, I'm just gonna look at Rand and say, thank you. And I'm going to follow into the kitchen as stealthily as possible.
Roll that stealth.
All right. With guidance?
Yeah, sure.
I'm assuming it's still been with it. It hasn't been...
It probably hasn't been a minute, but you're probably right there. So.
Yeah.
Reroll that.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that was very cocked.
Oh
Do
my.
you want to use this? You can use this on.
Did you break Bryce?
No, it was trash, I think. Yeah.
No.
There's got to be one like
goes.
every episode.
Okay, and plus a D4? Right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
And then rolling it in this automatically adds 20, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I thought you said they all got a free die because I cussed her.
That's true. So if you wanted to use it now,
I got a 17. Is that good enough to get me in?
we'll find out.
Okay.
So you're going into the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk in the door. You swing open the kitchen door. You don't see anything right away, and then there's a dagger at your throat.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
figured that was gonna happen. I didn't know if I could prep for that or not. Like, and I'll speak in Orc. You might want to wait to hear what I have to say before you do that.
Could have just asked me.
Well, I mean, it was pretty crowded, and I don't know. It seemed important.
She takes the knife and just kind of stabs it into a nearby wooden counter.
Dang, that's cool.
All right, I'm here.
I know that you offered my friend Rhea a job,
Yeah.
and there's a chance a close friend of mine who looks just like me and acts like me is willing to help with that job. If we get the answers we're looking for. Because we know you haven't told us the truth about Aqua. And you can keep hiding that if you want. But I'm letting you know that I need to know that before we help you anymore.
Roll precision check.
Saoirse's just in the bar.
Yeah, what is Saoirse up to right now?
I think she's like, low key. Can you roll a performance check for whatever Bard is playing?
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
That's a natural 20.
Nice. She's like jamming. She's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
nodding her head. She's like observing, being like, okay. What instrument is this
Well,
person
here's
playing?
the thing. It's the same bard the other night.
No.
Oh, he's
They've
just got
learned.
All of the tips that you were showing him, he's been practicing. You
Nice.
can see he's like
I'm so proud.
integrating all of that
I'm
into it.
I'm like standing nearby. I'm like, sick man.
He sees
Good
you and he's just
job.
like, he gives like a casual shrug.
Oh,
Just like,
yeah. Good job. I'm real
Alright.
proud of you.
What'd you roll?
22.
22. Nice.
And all of this is, I purposely want to continue talking in Orcish.
Fair enough. You all like him, you know.
Well, like, who?
Like Aqua, who do you think we're talking about?
Well, I'm also looking for my dad. There's a lot of he-hims going on right now.
There's too many.
Aqua?
Yeah.
How am I like Aqua?
I mean, besides the obvious.
Oh, you mean...
She looks at your legs and your hose.
Oh, good to...
Wait.
Knew it.
Is Aqua a satyr?
No way.
Yeah.
How is it? I've asked so many people about him. This is the first time anyone's brought up this detail. We've literally met 0 satyrs this entire time.
I mean, do you bring up the race of everybody you talk about?
I mean, no, but we're speaking in Orcish right now, aren't we?
Yeah. It's
Well,
a
then
language.
I'd hope someone would notice that I'm a satyr.
Of course, everybody notices that. It's hard to not notice, but
I'll let that slide.
but I mean, what more do you want to know?
I just need to know what you haven't told us.
That's awfully general. I'm gonna need some specifics.
I mean, anything that could help me find my dad, anything that could... I mean, this is the first, that I've even gotten a physical description of Aqua.
Who is your dad?
Ben Buckland.
Okay, tracks. Well, how much do you know about your family?
I know what everyone knows about their family. We love each other. We talk to each other all... obviously not the past few weeks, but, we always talk to each other. Every time my dad would come home and he'd talk to me about... I don't know, some weird conversations he had with people and, just fun stories.
Mm-hmm.
I know my family.
Know all of it?
What are you getting at?
No, I didn't know anybody named Ben. I did know somebody named Buckland. He went by the name Aqua. It wasn't Ben, though.
He went by Aqua?
Yeah.
What did he look like? How long ago was this?
I mean, about 10 years ago he left. I fled after him and Hickory did a number on that liaison. And then maybe I did stretch the truth a little bit. He didn't move on immediately. He didn't stay here for very long either. I wouldn't let him. Are you kidding me? It's not a safe place to hole up. No. Pulled some strings, asked for some favors. You know how it is. I got him out. A little help. He said he was gonna go hole up near Port Tashone. Said he had family up there.
Knew it. We all knew it. We all knew it.
So I took him to Monica, and they did what they do, and
To Monica?
he got out.
We haven't met Monica. Who's
Monica
Monica?
Tessel. You don't know her. You would know if you knew her.
But, if she's the next person that knows where my dad... Where is she? Who is Monica? You need to tell me.
Okay. See, the thing about Monica is she's not always where you want her to be. Sometimes you just gotta get a lucky. But if you're ever in the market for tea, keep an eye out. Maybe you'll see her. That's all I can really say. Anyway, anything else you want to know?
Is Aqua my dad?
I sure hope not.
What's...
Wait, can I metagame really quickly?
Yeah.
What is one thing that your mom would have told you you look just like your dad?
It definitely would have been the hair and the hair and face. So, that's a cute way to do this. And my mom always mentioned, did he have my hair?
Kind of. A little bit different, though. What's your hair look like again?
It's red.
Yeah.
It's so red.
It's very, very ginger.
I forgot, yeah, ginger,
colored.
yeah.
Red and very curly around, but not too long. Definitely not bushy in the sense of super thick bushy, but just it definitely grows of this rather than down. Grows out.
Okay. Wasn't quite red. It was more of a auburn, brownish, but looked pretty darn near the same as you. Didn't go by Ben when I knew him, if it is the same person. Went by Baz when I talked to him, when I knew him.
Aqua went by Baz?
Mm-hmm. Not in public by any means, only to a select few.
Maybe an uncle.
Yeah. All right.
I may have stretched the truth a little bit on some other stuff. I have heard from him.
Well,
This thing that Ria's helping me out with, that was originally something that Baz brought to me. An idea, plan. But I haven't heard from him in weeks.
all right, I'll help.
Okay.
But if you hear anything else, even from what was her? Mallory? No, not Mallory. Mallory's her.
Monica.
Monica.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you hear even from Monica, would you let me know?
Sure. Look for a shop called the Loose Leaf. Keep
It's a
your eyes
great tea shop name.
It is.
open.
All right. Thank you.
Sure. And just so you know, we're on the same side here. I like to play my cards close to the chest. I think you can understand why, given my affiliations. It may be wise of you to do the same.
I think Bryce is just gonna like nod at that. Not really. And slip out back into the main area.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go up to my room.
All right. So you go up to your room. You see a bag on the bed. But you also see a letter.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
I'm gonna go for the letter first. What
Okay.
does it say?
It's like when you open a card and like the money falls out and you pretend it's not there, and so you just keep reading the card and there's just money in your lap and you're like, oh, what a nice card, thank you so much.
But you pick up the card and you recognize the handwriting on the back of this. It's in a nice envelope. It says Bryce on the front. This is your mom's handwriting.
I knew it was
Judy's
Joe's.
handwriting.
Gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna probably start like crying, honestly, and just immediately open it up and see what it says.
So two things fall out. Tell me a little bit about Judy. Was Judy artistic at all?
Judy
Is she artistic, I should say?
Judy is a young child teacher. So like she teaches like kindergarten age kiddos over in Port Tishone. So she's not like artist, but she definitely uses art as a basis of her teaching.
Okay.
And like, so while it won't be like any kind of masterworks, it definitely like she has gotten to a point of being able to draw a clear image.
Okay. So the picture that you had sent her was a picture of the sun setting right over the woods in the forest outside of Alabast. She's included a sketch with some, looks like she's trying her hand at watercolor. Hasn't quite nailed it yet. But it's an image from Port Tishone, from outside your house, of the sun setting over the docks. And, you know, it's not perfect, you know. The colors have bled a little bit. It's gotten a little kind of smudgy the way, you know, watercolor can. And but it is so familiar to you, and a pang of homesickness just kind of hits you. And you open up the letter, and you read through it, and you can kind of feel it's not like sadness, it's just worry and anxiety, but it starts with did Judy have a nickname for you, like a pet name or anything like that?
I'm not. Because the thing is, I think yes. Probably been like Bucky.
Bucky. Okay. So it starts out just Bucky. I'm glad to know you're safe. I know you're getting older, you're strong, you're brave, but I miss you. And I know you're out hunting for your father, but please come back soon. I can't bear to lose another Buckland so soon. I included this picture to let you know what you're missing. I appreciate knowing where you've been too. Please keep in contact. I love you always, Mom.
What was the second thing that?
That was the painting. And then on the back of the painting is just a little heart.
I'm gonna like hug the little painting close and like look at it a few seconds more. I'm gonna put it away in my bag with the letter, and then I'll look at the. Do I also have a pouch of coins?
Yes, you
Okay.
do have a pouch of coins with the same amount as everyone else. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and nab that, and then just make my way back out and see where everyone else is.
Okay. So everyone else, I assume, is still gathered, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
And then he found it underneath the mattress.
What?
No, we're talking about a story. I figured we're all sitting at a table.
Oh, I'm still
That
petting
was,
the fire.
okay, that was my attempt at being funny, but clearly
Oh
it
no!
wasn't really fun.
I thought it was good.
Thank you. No, it's okay. Beautiful.
I totally see you saying that. It's just like jam into the barn. What was that?
What?
So you're all gathered around the table and discussing the plan for the rest of the day. Have you told the rest of them about what Mallory talked to you about?
Yeah. So there's this like really super vague thing that I'm supposed to do, and I'm saying that it's vague because that's all that I know, is that it's vague, and I'm supposed to kind of help with something, and Mallory's kind of asked, and so yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't really know much information, but it's tonight, I think. Yeah, tonight. And I it's got something to do with festival, maybe? I don't know. It seemed really important. This is literally all the information that I know about it.
Val comes up to the table. She's carrying a platter. There's only one drink on it. She sets it down in front of you, Rhea. She says, "Enjoy." Skitters off.
What is? Yeah, I take
So
a drink. Yeah.
You take a drink. The rest of you see on the bottom of the mug is a little envelope.
I was completely blind to
I'm
it.
just gonna.
This is good. Wow.
Then I'm just gonna hand it to Bryce.
Okay.
I guess I've walked up. Which I was walking up the table, so okay. Oh gosh.
It's an address
It's an address?
Mhm.
Okay.
and a time.
What's the address and time?
The address is 43 Tiling Way.
And what time?
Time is 6 p.m.
Do we know what time it is right now?
It's like late morning, getting around to lunchtime.
Okay.
And it just says, "Come along."
Come
I'll
along
read
now.
that out loud.
This was delivered to you.
Yeah.
Well, if this is about that job, I can I can give a little bit more detail to that, and a little bit more detail to a few other things as well.
That would be super helpful.
So it turns out this job, I don't know exactly what it is, but the thing that's getting moved or whatever has to do with Aqua, who I just learned was a Buckland.
Oh.
And was apparently smuggled out 10 years ago by some woman named Monica, who runs, the hints I got were a tea shop and the name, The Loose Leaf. And that he was smuggled to somewhere near Port Tashone 10 years ago because he said he had family there. So I don't know, and that also apparently he went by Baz, which does fall in line with the Buckland clan. So if only one of us can do this, I feel like it should be me. Because that's come alone.
I kind of pulled it off Rhea's mug. I'm not leaving you alone, buddy.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, if we all did it.
I mean,
But
I'm also not going to be here next week. That could be
Wink.
You want to play Rhea if you want?
Well, I don't know if that's for... I feel like I don't know if Rhea's backstory knows.
is this your
You can
clever
do it.
way of giving Rhea a reason not to be at the party next week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, Bryce.
I'm like looking around like,
We're just gonna
play into the fiction.
It's like Saoirse's escort mission.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. That was my
It took me a while.
I don't think that I'm going to be like, I'm just Overwatch from what I know. I'm going to be making sure things go okay. I'm going to be passing out a lot of magical Adderall. I've got some cool other spells that I can like kind of use to help people. I think that's really all I'm going to be doing. If anything goes wrong, I can get people out of there.
I haven't been the best at helping people in the past.
True.
Well, I mean, helping people with like grandiose things, but the little minutia of like holding a rope or like telling them where to go correctly. It's been a little. Those aren't actual examples. Okay, I mean, just let me know if anything about Aqua is brought up.
Absolutely. I got you, Bryce.
Now I really do want to go get that liaison blade.
Well, as you discuss future plans, what you're going to do, what blades you're going to retrieve, what temples you might go to, and whether you're going to delve into the land of dreams or go back under the cathedral next. We'll figure that out next week.
Ho ho ho!
Ooh, revelation.
Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see what happens.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Roll by
Bye.
suspense.
Ooh, bye.